my team, the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, just won the Grey Cup.
Nice.
There you go.
Congratulations.
I have no idea.
Slow.
The football Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Yeah.
CFL, Canadian Football League, for those who
Oh,
didn't
Go
know.
man.
Winnipeg Blue Bombers.
Exactly.
They've been
So
an
anyways,
adequate team for forever, and now they finally won.
Johnny Manziel was on there for a minute. Chad Johnson went to the CFL for like half a second.
Isn't it Chad Ochocinco? Or did
No,
he
he
go back
changed,
to Johnson?
he changed it back to Chad Johnson after he got kicked out of the NFL. But Chad Ochocinco wasn't correct anyways because he was 85. Ochocinco was 8'5". He actually had his numbers wrong, but that's another story for another day. But anyways, welcome guys to episode 44 of the Level Unlocked podcast, guys. 44 weeks
So many weeks doing this.
A lot
in
of
a
weeks.
row.
It's
Ton of
crazy.
weeks.
In a row.
Not just a couple, all of them.
Yeah. So today's episode, pretty decent episode we got going on. So make sure you stick around. We got some pretty decent movie news. The Google
Oh,
Stadia
God.
launched last week. We'll be talking about its epic launch quote hashtags or quotations. Epic launch hashtags. That was the wrong use of the length of the.
Heavy quotation marks on Epic.
Yeah.
Like
So.
maybe Epic Game Store level. Epic.
Oh yeah. But we'll talk about those numbers. We got some streaming. We got a Twitch streamer making the move to another platform, as well as other companies trying to get into the streaming realm. We got news across every platform, and then got some award shows, got some mobile news, and of course we got the Cybertruck. So make sure
Cybertruck.
Twitch streamer making the move to another platform. Enjoy the podcast.
Cybertruck 2077.
Right.
Exactly.
The best car ever
I want
invented.
a Cybertruck.
So how's everyone's week going?
Pretty good. Staying busy.
Not too bad.
I'm tired.
Are you?
Same.
Yeah, fucking Live PD's been kicking my ass. Been watching a lot of that.
Have you?
What'd you say, James? What are you doing?
Live PD's been making me lose sleep.
It's facts. Me and James were actually talking about that before this. I was in the thick of it trying to become a cop. And then
Well,
I
of
got
course you were.
banned for life from being a correctional officer. Then I kind of stopped watching it for a minute, but I still watch it though. Good. It's a good show. A lot of crazy shit happens out there. Well, since
So
you
who-
kind of started, James, how's your week going other than that?
Death Stranding. Death Stranding is still the fucking best game I played this year.
Yeah? You like it
Um,
still?
It's one of the best games I played in the past. I would say it's one of the best games I played in the past. This entire gaming generation. Let's see here. I got to this one part where I got a new motorcycle.
In
And
the game or real life?
in the game.
Oh, okay.
So, Sam Norman Reedus, he goes while he's driving this new motorcycle. He goes, man, it's just like I'm on ride with Norman Reedus right now, as he's riding around, and it's the funniest thing ever. I could not stop laughing. I probably laughed for a solid like 15 minutes. 15 minutes straight. It was just the dumbest goddamn line. Hearing Norman Reedus go, man, it's just like I'm watching Ride with Norman Reedus right now.
Norman
Character
Fetus
by
and the Funky Reedus.
And the Funky Reedus.
Other than that, I picked up a video game that I'm going to be streaming, depending on how I feel, maybe tonight,
Yeah?
because I got nothing better to do with my life. Who needs
There
sleep?
you go. You got off tomorrow?
I do.
Sleep is only kind of
Pokemon
necessary.
Shield, cheating on Claude and Fire Emblem. I feel like I'm cheating on them, but I need something else. I need like another rotation game that is a little bit more consistent and not like, hey, let me plug in my PlayStation so I could stream Modern Warfare, or hey, let's get on to Sea of Thieves.
Yeah, man.
You know. So, I've been meaning to pick it up anyway, and I feel like, because I haven't really gotten into a Pokemon game since Sapphire. on the GBA. So Gen 3. I've played like Black and White. I played White, Diamond.
Because I'm breaking.
Yeah, Diamond Does Not Crash. So I played Diamond Does Not Crash. I played White, and then I played Sun. And I mean, they're all fine, but I just couldn't get into it. And I think the big problem that I had was, especially with Sun, is that it was on the DS. And I really just don't want to bust out my DS just to play a game for, you know. It'd be different, like, if I took like public transportations or if I travel a lot, but I don't. Not anymore.
Which system is Sword and Shield for?
Switch.
Is it an actual Pokemon game, or is it
Yeah.
like Go
Yeah.
Eevee and Go
No, it's an
actual-
Pikachu?
It's an
a
actual
legitimate
Pokemon
video game.
Okay.
and Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu is a non-legitimate video
No.
Well,
Not
Pokemon
even
game.
close.
The
I fucking hate
non-Pokemon
that.
Go
game. Pokemon
style.
game, though.
Yeah, I meant like
I
the
mean,
non Pokemon Go style, like the
Yeah, but I
classic
mean-
style.
But I mean, still, like in Let's Go, you still had like gym battles and shit.
But
it was
they were
still
just
it was just like catching Pokemon was a little different.
like
Catching Pokemon was just like Go.
the gym battles were similar to how they are in Go as well. It's tap, tap, tap. You don't actually like strategically plan your shit.
Could be worse. It could be Pokemon Champions
Um,
on the phone. That game.
I
was
vaguely remember that.
I think I still have it downloaded on my phone. It's not great. It's like, oh hey, because like every free to play mobile game, it's very microtransaction heavy, and
Oh yeah.
it's like, hey, thanks for logging in. Get this premium currency now. So it's like, okay, hey, I can buy my loot box of trainers. So I go to the thing. It's like, oh hey, use this currency to buy the loot box for trainers. And I tap on it. It's like, you don't have enough premium currency. And I go, fucking excuse me, you just gave me that premium currency.
Ooh.
So thanks, Nintendo. Thanks, Obama.
Nintendo and
Um,
Obama working together.
Also started playing The Sims 4 again.
Yeah, you
Sounds
did.
fun.
Damn it, Schroeder. It's all your fault.
I know.
It's all your fault. You're the reason.
Sounds about right.
I heard you talk, like, playing it. And I was like, man, I miss The Sims. So, you know,
Pop it in.
but yeah, other than that, I mean, Live PD, Death Stranding, and The Sims.
Nice.
That's been my week. I mean, I can't really say much. Oh, fucking goddamn hate Final Fantasy VII, because I forgot, didn't do we did the recording session this past week, earlier in the week.
Yeah, you
Fucking
did.
hate Final Fantasy VII so goddamn much. That game is trash. Why do people even like it? Why do people even like it?
You told me about this. It's so fucking hilarious.
So we're in. We just made it to like the casino. All right. After defending the hill and shit. So we make it to the casino, and we're like, okay, let's go find Sephiroth. And this is after doing the guard minigame, where you have to march in step and do the things in the right order and that kind of stuff.
Basically, it's like, think of it like as a weird version of like League of Legends.
What?
Are you talking about where you're facing like you're in the castle and you have to like position your warriors in certain areas?
Oh yeah. But then after that is the after that it's more like a real. Think of it more of like Warcraft, a shitty
Yeah.
Warcraft.
There you go.
Or StarCraft. But then after that is that like coastal city where you see Rufus there. And everyone's like, oh, Sephiroth is somewhere. All man's on deck. But yeah, we're at the casino, okay? And we get there. Me and Mitchell get there. And we go to the save point because we're like, we just want to end the recording session. We're done. We're good. It's like been 20 minutes. Fine,
Hmm.
perfect. Oh, hey. You have to spend, like, it costs 5 GPs to use the save point. And I go, fucking what? I'm sorry? I have to pay for the save point with a premium currency? What? So I go, it's like, we're looking on a guide. And it's like, oh, you can get it from the Chocobo Racing. All right, let's go Chocobo race. Let's go bet on the Chocobos. It takes us probably a solid 20 minutes to realize how the betting works on the Chocobo races. Like 20 goddamn minutes.
I remember
we're
being
just
like 12
blindly
trying to
throwing
figure that
money.
out and just being like, I'm done. I don't even know.
12-year-old doing that.
So
And
is
I
it
never
random
ended
or
up
is it
doing those because
predetermined?
of that.
It's random. Complete RNG. Complete RNGesus take the wheel.
Yeah. Well, there's a few things like some of the Chocobo are better than the others.
Yeah, there's stats and everything,
Yeah.
but still, it's still up to just a random roll of the die.
It's like legit gambling, like horse.
Yeah, it's
racing.
like horse racing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Go
So
on.
we spend like 20 minutes just trying to make a little bit of this premium currency so we can save. I finally go, fuck it. We're just gonna leave and save at the save point not far from us. We
You
go back
thought.
to leave. We go back to leave, and that fucking bitch Aerith is like, Eris-kun, out. Let's play some more games before we can leave. And
Can't
I'm
leave the
like,
casino.
fuck you, asshole. I want to leave. After a 50-minute episode. So, later on that day, while everything is processing and that kind of stuff, so I can later on go and edit it, I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to grind as much money as I can so I can just throw as much money at this horse racing bullshit as I can. I level up 6 goddamn times. I do it for like 2 hours. I level up for like 6 times. I have well over 300,000 gold.
My heavens.
Jeez.
So I go to the casino, ready to just keep throwing money. Very first race I win, and I just look. I'm like, is this a fucking joke? Is this a joke right now? So yeah, Final Fantasy VII sucks. The game's trash.
The only
Don't play
save point, the only save point in the entire game that you can't just walk up and save.
Mhm.
You have to
It's
pay for
bullshit.
it.
It's bullshit.
It's kind of hilarious.
Yeah.
And once in the scene, once you go to the casino, like after the casino, you're allowed to go back and then
And
leave
it's
willingly. But this is part of the actual game, the linear part of the game, and you can't leave until you finish it. So if you want to save, you physically have to pay to save.
It's the fucking worst. I hate it so goddamn much. So yeah,
Yeah, it's
next week I get to enjoy that some more. Yay.
Yeah, that's a very little unknown thing when they go like, "Oh, I'm gonna save now because I want to win some money." Wait, what?
Not today.
Nope,
No.
get ready to just shell out money.
It's the stupidest thing. It's hilarious though.
You should have heard me. And I don't know, I'm still debating if I want to like upload the episode in its entirety. Because I say some pretty good zingers of how much this game's trash.
You should release like the regular and then like the director's cut unedited.
Release the Skull-ZD cut.
Yeah, the Skull ZD cut. There we go, I like it.
Like after the fact.
Yeah,
Oh.
I could dig it. But that was my week.
Shit. What about you,
Nothing
Shrode?
too crazy.
Nothing. Yeah, nothing too crazy here either. I played more Cuphead. I'm pretty far in that.
I've seen that.
We had a good
Did
battle.
you beat it or no?
Nope. I'm on the last stage or the last area, I believe. So I'll be doing that on. But other than that, I played a little bit of Warhammer Total War. That game's fun.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
The Total War games are fantastic.
Yeah, they are a blast. I'm playing the vampire counts right now. I'm just raining terribleness down upon everybody.
Warhammer Total War is the only way to really play Warhammer.
Yeah.
Tabletop.
Nah, man, it's too
It's
expensive.
so
yeah.
much
First off,
fun.
it is way expensive, but Total War I find a lot funner. I mean, the characters are moving and they're running and they're fighting and they're battling. Like, I don't know. I have a great time playing it. I enjoy it. But that's what I've been up to. Just a whole bunch of that. Not really a whole bunch. I've been doing that for like the last today. I played it a bit today, and I played a little bit last night too.
Today.
Yeah.
Didn't you guys have? Was that last week or this week when you guys were like talking like conspiracies and shit?
That was last Tuesday.
I wasn't sure if that
Yeah.
was
I couldn't
last
focus.
week or the week prior.
Yeah, that was
when-
last week.
When me and Nate's internet went out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was fun because I was talking to Walker during that.
Yeah, all
Was
of a
that
sudden-
not the Tuesday that just passed?
Yep.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, that's why I wasn't sure because it would have been technically in the week, so I
Yeah,
wasn't
it
sure
would have
when
been
it was.
for what happened this week. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I was-
that was my week, fairly productive.
Nice, nice, nice.
Yeah, probably doing the
about you,
same
Mark?
thing next week.
Nothing too crazy. Been just playing a bunch of tabletop simulator with the boys here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
with
fun.
the boys.
Yeah, we did that last night. That was good times.
When you guys left, what was that game, Mark?
Oh my gosh.
We were playing Choking Hazard from the people that made Cyanide and Happiness.
That game was ridiculous.
Yeah, you pretty much just get 3 cards and then you try and finish a story.
You
So-
took a picture of the one. You should have taken a picture of the
I
other
did.
one, Walker.
Yeah, so this is how the one story started. Just as a heads up for any young viewers, this is not not
No,
for
show, the show isn't.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
should
Yeah,
save
this
those.
show
show
isn't in
really
general.
isn't. This show
I'm not gonna
really
say any of
isn't
the bad
family-friendly.
ones, but
Some of them were pretty bad. What's up,
there
Dale?
is
As Kappa would like, the show is
what
not
is
for
that?
ages under 13.
um
16.
so basically you make a story out of a pictures.
You basically make
Um,
a Cyanide and Happiness comic panel.
Yeah, so there's different ones. So like this one was, do you believe in magic? And the one guy says, guess what time it is? And then the other guy goes, check out my twerking skills. Then it's grinding. They're grinding on each other. The one guy pulls out a pack of condoms. And the next picture says, that reminds me, do you mind if I go on a date with your sister? And the last image is of the 2 guys licking each other.
No, the one dude's licking the dude's face.
Yeah. And then there was some that got very,
The anal one is the
Gosh.
one that had me fucking crying. I was
Oh my
laughing
God.
so hard.
like there was one was, pick any card. And then
Oh
it's,
man, this one was bad.
yeah. Then basically it's a dude erected. And then the one guy says, I'm 11 years old. Slap. I blame God for this. And then there's just little things like that. That's not as bad as, but some of them got pretty foul.
Yeah, that's
it
a
was
funny
actually
one.
Fucking hilarious.
It's kind of like Cards Against Humanity, but like as a comic panel
Yeah,
type
you
thing.
make stories. I didn't take a picture of the end one where we actually had like
All of
We had
them.
the whole
just
table
all
full,
this.
yeah.
Yeah, we had the whole entire table full of stories.
Jesus.
Yeah. We should do that again with like a bigger
Obviously,
table.
we weren't playing obviously how you're supposed to play. We were just picking up cards and making.
Yeah, just laying them
customizing
wherever we
whatever
thought they
story
would
we want.
work.
Yeah. And
Well,
actually,
hey, maybe that's half the appeal of the game.
oh yeah, yeah,
That
that
was
was fun though. What else you do this week, Mark? Anything?
Nothing too crazy. Just a bunch of work. Cleaned up the house. I don't know.
Daniel?
Nothing, honestly. Like,
This whole
everything-
week
Yeah.
has just been. This whole week has just been for I think everyone just so boring.
Wow week.
It's been like even like so overall this week's kind of just been like physically and mentally draining. So like if I'm low energy tonight, that's gonna be why. It just I don't know. It felt like a super like nothing actually happened, but I just felt like one of those heavy weeks. And it's just
I
like
think it's us just getting ready for the
Holidays.
yeah, honestly, that shit's gonna suck.
And then just as a heads up for, oh, go ahead, Nate. Sorry.
I was just gonna say like I mean, other than like nothing, played like Mark said, played some tabletop, fucking played some Sorry again. Played that since I was like 12. That was fun. That was a good fucking
That
time,
was
and you
fun.
know it.
Sorry.
Yeah,
I
we.
came in dead last until the end, and then I fucking came
And then I
back with a
flipped
vicious
the
win.
table.
Yeah,
Then I did a strength check on the
strength.
table.
Yeah.
And we all finally got tabletop, so hopefully D&D can start soon.
Yeah, I know
I had a
Trevor
lot of
came in
fun
a
with
couple. After you guys left, Trevor came on. I think he was wondering if we were playing Tabletop Simulator, but obviously we weren't. We were just
Wrapping it
going
up.
through every single game that Mark had.
Played some good old Uno. That's always a good way to.
We
predict
need to
the
find a
partnerships.
better deck for you though.
Have Uno. Yeah, Nate, being a man of color blindness, why are you
Let's
so
play Uno.
insistent of playing Uno?
Okay, so here's the thing. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like the colorway of my computer or if it's just like the way the game has like the representation of the colors.
You
But
seem
I've
fine
never-
on the other version.
Because
the
everything's way
PlayStation.
more vibrant and in your face. These are all kind
Yeah.
of dulled out colors, and the reds and the greens are so fucking close to me at least. And like if you're absentmindedly looking at it, like most people do when they play Uno, because it's not really a super heavy focus game.
Oh yeah.
It's, oh, this is this. Set it down.
That's why you kept
continue your day.
losing.
You know,
Got him.
This
Nah, I think you won once.
focus
didn't you?
has to be 140% when playing
No, I
Uno.
did
I don't
not
know what
win
kind
any
of game you
times.
play in.
Probably one more than I do.
This is extreme. This is that YOLO level. Fucking
Flip it.
Uno.
No, yeah. strength
Launching the
check
table
shit out of
across.
that.
Cards
That's what
Against
I'm just
Humanity,
gonna
that
say
was
from
fun.
now on. It's like whenever I like flip something or hit something, I'm just gonna do strength
Strength
check.
check.
I just strength
Yeah.
checked it.
Well, my button for strength checking the table was disabled right out the gate, and I just chalked it up to the fact that I knew Mark knew that I would probably not
Raise
be
it.
able to resist flipping the table over repeatedly because I
I
have
don't think I do
Mid-game?
that.
poor willpower.
I'm just trying to think if I actually did anything else semi-interesting this week. Not
You
that I
watched
can
one
think of.
episode of Cells at Work.
Yeah, I did end up watching one episode of Cells at Work.
Sounds at work.
that's gonna be-
Anime.
It's gonna be the next anime we review on the good old anime corner.
Fun.
Which, as I know, we had said like every 2 weeks, but like it's hard to find time with how much we fucking do. Like we work a lot. We also stream and like game. It'll come out. It's 13
Tough
episodes.
stuff
we'll,
though.
we'll get through it.
Cool.
I don't want to. As of right now, I don't want to like bind us into a schedule. It's just like they'll come out when they come out.
When it comes out.
Yeah.
If anything, me and Walker can have one where it's just talk about Dragon Ball Super.
Yeah, if y'all
baby.
want to do that for sure, because I
Me
don't
dunking
fucking know
on Dragon
shit
Ball
about
Super
that.
for an hour and a half.
But yeah, I mean, other than that, I kind of just been chilling. Me and Schroeder had talked some conspiracy on Tuesday, which was a lot of fun. At least I had a good time. I know Schroeder learned that Finland doesn't actually exist, and I
Yeah.
stand by that.
Neither do giraffes.
Yeah.
Huh?
Wait, what?
Giraffes
Giraffes?
don't exist.
Nope.
Yeah. they're-
Giraffes don't
They're
exist. How
government
could they
satellite.
possibly? How could they possibly
Yeah, well-
exist?
But I've
What a
physically
weird
pet
animal.
them.
Yeah,
you
it's
pet a
Android.
government satellite.
Yes.
Or yeah, government robot.
It
yeah.
licked my
A
hand. for
government
the carrot.
satellite.
Yeah, it's a very advanced robot.
Yes.
Yeah, kind of like
Don't you know
birds,
we
how
live
they're
in the
just
future?
drones.
Have
Yeah.
you ever been to Japan? I don't think so.
No, but I've been
Get on my
to.
level, weeb.
I've been to.
Giraffes
I've
everywhere.
been to the drive-through zoo.
I'm sorry,
The drive-through zoo?
Yes. So
favorite?
I'll tell you about
The
that.
they're like
zoo.
drive-through safaris, not zoos.
What is
It's,
this?
it's a fucking zoo, though. Honestly, like at the end of the day, it's a
What are you,
zoo.
a
Well,
Jurassic
yeah,
Park or
a
something?
lot of people like when they say that they think of
Yeah.
safaris. Like that's why they're
But
probably
yeah,
like, what are you talking about?
we were in
A
our
Jurassic
fucking-
Park ride, basically?
No, like so we actually had like bison come up and eat carrots, like the
What?
big ass thing of carrots, and like I've been licked by a bison. My hand,
Yeah.
dude.
So,
If a
so better
bison
than
I
licks
knew
your
you were into
hand,
that
it's the
freaky
in-
shit.
Shut the fuck up. Fucking.
I am I've been to
The
one
tiger
of those before.
was sweet. The tiger
Yeah.
was actually genuinely kind of sketchy.
Yeah?
It
But,
had
like it was super tame. It was like a giant. Like I wasn't gonna get out and pet it, but it was like a giant fucking just kitty cat.
my
Just hanging out.
I don't remember where we went to one. I think it was the one in Toronto, in Canada, because there's one there. There's a huge one there. The
Nate,
lions.
I'm really glad you didn't get out of the car to pet the tiger.
The lions rolled up like
Good.
They just
Yeah.
rolled up on you?
Well, yeah, because you drive through. It's like a safari thing. And you drive through it with your own
They
got
rolled up on you with
you gotta
Prius?
sign a
bells.
you gotta sign your waiver. You gotta sign a waiver saying if they fuck with, they break your vehicle, they jump on it, they scratch it and ding it, you can't sue.
Yeah,
going
you
at your own
put
risk.
yourself into that.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
But-
Sue a lion?
Will
Yeah.
sue the company. Like if a lion jumps on the hood of your car and dents it, you can't sue the zoo saying they ruined your car.
Right.
You
Shouldn't
but
have been
the
driving
lion-
around by lions and tigers and bears. Being all
next
mad.
to us, and everyone, it was hilarious because people like, you could tell that people like didn't like forgot their cameras are in the trunk and shit. So you saw like doors like opening, like they wanted to get out and they would hurry up and quickly close them. Like, yeah, I'm gonna change my mind on that one.
I'm gonna be honest, like, how many fucking cars nowadays don't have some way to crawl into the back and get your shit out of the fucking trunk? Why would you get
pretty
out of
much
the car?
everyone
Well,
nowadays.
no, this was
But yeah.
when I was young, like a long,
I don't
long time
care.
ago.
There's still the pull tab. You could drop down the seat. If little Jimmy,
Nah, man, we're talking back when you used to have to drive cars with your feet. You would run.
in like in the 90s, there were still the pull tabs. I've been in the car with. You know how those old cars are.
Well, not when there's 8 people in the back seat.
That's
Can't
why you
move.
push little Timmy out the fucking car and you get your camera. Sacrificial lamb, dude. You've heard of that, right?
No, I remember those. Those are fun.
No, yeah, fucking. But that's neat. I don't know how I ended up on that fucking subject. But
Oh,
Yeah.
because giraffes aren't real.
oh yeah, I'm gonna say I've been
They are.
fed.
Neither are birds.
Birds aren't real.
Birds are. They're all
That's
just
what I've heard.
sophisticated,
Reagan killed them.
Yeah,
The birds
They're all
work for the
just-
bourgeoisie.
fucking bourgeoisie.
The fucking bourgeoisie.
Anything else special in your week?
Not this week. Next week, if I can find the time. Excuse me, sorry. I'd like to stream some tabletop with the boys. I think that'd be fun.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
And I also very much so would like all of us to be able to get into like a multiplayer game that we can all play. I know technically we could do COD, but the only person that doesn't have that is Shrodes. But that is
Well, I know he was
fine.
thinking about it
happens.
on Black Friday. I don't know if you still are or not, but
Yeah, if it's on
so,
sale.
one thing I'd really like to get into, and I just don't ever see anyone like being like, yeah, I'm gonna go play. I want to do I want to do some 5M shit, like really bad. I just don't want to be alone.
Forgot about that.
I don't think James even has that on his computer anymore.
No, I have it. I re-downloaded it.
Did you?
You did?
I
I
feel
figured
like-
out once I realized that I could delete those master copies of those videos that I recorded and
You had
free
no
up,
room- you
like,
had no
all
room on your
those
computer.
goddamn space. Yeah.
I'd definitely like to play some 5M.
Discovered suddenly you had so much more room.
When I realized I could delete 8 folders and free up like 90 gigs. of space, I was like, yeah.
Yeah. I know I need to do a reset on my computer. I think it would really appreciate it.
But yeah, I mean, not a ton over here. Just been busy at work. Got an interview on fucking Wednesday.
Nice.
For what?
It's probably going to not happen, only due to the fact that I'm really not interested, and if they don't offer me as much money as I'm looking for, they're probably not going to. But it's assistant manager at Get Air, and the only reason I applied is because I want to go jump for free. I really enjoy trampoline. Yo, I love
There you go.
trampoline parks and like doing backflips and shit, and like what's the other word? Kong jumps and shit. There is a lot of fun, cause like a couple years ago, me and my buddies used to go downtown like the beginning of fall when it wasn't too cold and wasn't too warm, and we would do like actual free running on top of like parking garages and scale up the middle and go up the sides, like the ones that we could actually get onto. I don't know if any of y'all know what the dungeon is over towards Gannon, but we used to do that a lot as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we would climb those ones, the sidings of that, because they weren't too dangerous, but they were also just enough to be like, all right, well, let's not fuck
The
this up. 'cause it could hurt our
dungeon?
ankles. It's the Gannon Park. It's the Gannon fucking
That
Parking
parking lot,
garage.
right?
I
yeah,
know what you're
right
talking
across
about.
From,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
This so
not
like
safe.
I longboard a lot, and like a lot of me and my friends go skating and biking, and it's I don't know why, but they call it the dungeon just because like it gets kind of sketchy when you go to the bottom. But yeah, I definitely want to do more shit. I'm definitely planning on streaming something. I kind of want to stream everything again because I want to hear more of Alan Watts's fucking infinite wisdom. But yeah,
Hear everything.
that's all from me.
Man, it's hard streaming everything. a lot of the games.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
it's
is.
too much.
God, I hate you so much, Mark.
What about you, Mr. Deech?
Such a
Yeah,
dick.
Walker.
Jerked off a lot. That's always a
Alright.
highlight.
Well, all right. So about the stadium.
Nice.
Gosh, from
Actually,
parkour to that.
Actually, I was staying a lot this week, so I'm pretty proud of myself. Only about like 15 times, so I'm really happy. No, I'm
What?
just kidding.
That's
Oh.
more than twice a day.
Yeah, no
Thought we
problem.
moved
That's
past that.
twice a day, and then one day for 3 times.
Hey, according to the Wolf of Wall Street, you'll do it 3 to 5 times a day. You'll be doing it by thinking about money. Just remember that.
Yeah.
Way of life, man.
Okay.
All right. Well,
That's a podcast, ladies and
logging
gentlemen.
off. That's a podcast.
Hey, that's Matthew McConaughey's words to what the fuck's his name? Leonardo DiCaprio.
Alright.
There we go.
You gotta pump up those
man.
numbers.
There you go. Those are rookie numbers.
Literally.
And then
15
5 minutes
times a
later,
week,
they go
Hello,
bankrupt.
I do that in a day.
And then they go bankrupt.
Well, that's
Watched
why.
all the Mandalorians. Did that, but I've done that since they been released in the past week.
So you
Um,
watched the latest episode of The Mandalorian.
Yeah, half man, half DeLorean. That's a good
What do
show.
you think of Baby Yoda?
Half man, half DeLorean.
The Mandalorian, half man, half DeLorean.
So the Cybertruck.
segue into the Cybertruck.
Yeah, right.
Basically.
The Gremlin. Yeah. Someone actually posted a picture side by side of Baby Yoda and a Gremlin. They look the exact same.
So just because I'm assuming someone's probably gonna say something at some point. Yes, everyone's aware it's not actually Yoda. It's just his species.
Oh yeah.
Baby Yoda.
Yeah. Which they have confirmed that because it became such a huge success, that merch is on the way for any Star Wars fans who want that. They will be making
That
dolls,
sweet
shirts, and
Baby
clothes.
Yoda
Are you
merch.
kidding me? It's owned by Disney. They know what they're doing.
Oh
They
yeah.
knew what they were
Merch was
doing.
coming out
They-
regardless.
Oh yeah.
Get
They
out of
already
here.
had that shit like in production.
Right, they got
Oh,
the
yeah,
they
yeah.
got the
For
enamel
the
pins
Mandalorians
already in
alone.
boxes, getting ready to ship like 2 weeks ago.
I haven't done much. Went to a bunch of restaurants all week. Spent a lot of money
Nice.
on food. That's a lot.
You went to Red
I hate you so
Lobster,
much
or as
sometimes.
Nate would see Lobster.
I went to Red Lobster yesterday, Chili's the day before,
Welcome to Chili's.
Texas Roadhouse the day before that.
But you ain't in Texas.
Had KFC like 2 days, but 3 days, 4 days before that. Like
So is it cold in there?
are my nipples. What do you mean?
In Chili's. Hey, right over the head.
That's literally what you're talking about.
ha,
Got it.
ha.
Haha. That's
I
an Easter
feel like
egg.
that's
Pretty much about it. Haven't done much of nothing. Watch a wrestling pay-per-view today. That was kind of cool. Haven't done that. There is actually.
Hmm?
The Packers playing.
No, what
Oh,
he
the
was talking about
Packers.
earlier.
Oh yeah, you missed it. So there was. I'm watching WWE Survivor Series today. Obviously, I work from home, so I play it on my work computer. Nobody, obviously, can hear what I'm listening to. So I have it playing. I answer a call. The pay-per-view is still playing in the background, so I hear the pay-per-view. They're commentating. The crowd's going crazy, and the lady's talking to me. And I'm talking. She's talking about her fridge. Ice maker's not working. So I'm typing stuff, and then she was like, "Are you at a football game right now?" I was like, "No, why?" And at this point on the wrestling pay-per-view, the crowd's going nuts, like screaming. And she was like, "It sounds like you're at a football game." All I hear is like a crowd cheering. And I'm like, I don't know. I had customers tell me that all day. Something's going on with my mic, and I don't know what that is. I quietly go over, press pause on the pay-per-view, and she was like, "Oh, it went away. You were watching football. You just turned the TV off, didn't you?" I'm just sitting there. I'm like, I honestly don't know what you're talking about.
Not exactly football, but
Yeah. And she was like, "Uh-huh."
What's
like,
the
that was freaking
football?
embarrassing.
What's
was
the
hilarious.
football?
No, man,
Us
I'm
is
not
just
watching
football.
soccer.
But that was pretty much the highlight of my week. Is that right there? So that's pretty much about it. So really quick, couple things here before we get into the news. As the audience, this is for you guys, just you guys are aware. Upcoming is the holidays, so nothing is set in stone. But as you all know, we all work for Best Buy, and during the heat of things in December, we are open till 11 p.m. So we usually do the podcast on Sunday or Monday. The last half of December, we are open until 11 o'clock Sundays and Mondays. So the likeliness of all of us being able to be on the podcast, hopefully it works where we all can be on it. There's no guarantees, so just as a heads up to everybody, because James and Nate usually close Sundays, which they'd be working till 11 p.m., wouldn't get home till midnight, wouldn't start the podcast till 1:30 in the morning, etc. And obviously Schroeder does have off Sunday, Mondays, but Christmas is on a Wednesday, which we always have off. So one of the weeks
so
he'll be working Sunday or Monday, and same thing with Mark and Nate. So so we will let you guys know when the week comes as to what's going on. If it happens, unfortunately, and every single one of us, well, not me, but them have to close or do whatever on both days, we may or may not be having a podcast that week, but we'll let you know when that time comes. I just wanted to give you guys a quick heads up.
Keep tuned to the Twitter account at LVL Unlocked Pod.
So I just wanted to give everyone a quick heads up there, because obviously this week is Thanksgiving and it starts holiday season. Technically it started like 3 weeks ago, but now we're in the thick of it. So just as a quick heads up to everyone listening now, I wanted to say it now instead of the end, just so people are aware. If something were to change, James or somebody, well, James only one has the login for that, so he'll keep you updated and let you know what will happen with the podcast. If we cannot do it, hopefully we can, even if it's just two of us. So, but we'll let you know.
So yeah, dates will be tentative.
Yes. Yeah, because no one knows their schedule until the week before because of the holidays, so no one knows what they work.
Which that pisses me off. I schedule shit around that, and I hate it.
Yeah, I was never a fan of that. You figured for the holidays you'd want to have more in advance, especially the opening at 8 a.m. and closing at 11 p.m. So, yeah, that's, it sucks, but we'll make it through. We'll let you guys know. Let's get in some news.
News.
Let's start with some movies, shall we? Don't fall asleep, James.
Kick back, relax.
Yeah. Does anybody have anything actually before we start it?
Nah.
What?
Walker
Anything
likes
random?
men.
I do.
That is all.
Okay. Breaking news. This just in. You heard it here first from Mark.
Oh, there is something random I'd like to say. This is probably the first time ever that our weeks have gone less than an hour.
Gone like less than 30 minutes.
Proud of all of you.
Yeah, it's been like half an hour.
Proud of everybody right now.
Honestly, I'd say a little less than half an hour. Like, we've been streaming for about half an hour, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was live for
45
16 minutes before we started.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was right around the same. I'm at 43
Yeah,
now,
that's
so.
fair.
So, good shit. Some TV and movies. Frozen 2 came out this week. Everybody had horrible expectations and thought it was going to do shit. It actually broke the box office record for the highest grossing anime movie of all time for the opening weekend.
Wow.
No big deal. You know.
Yeah, so that was it. Honestly, it had horrible reviews, and no one expected it to do good. It did $130 million.
That shit's fucking certified on Rotten Tomatoes.
Are people saying they're liking it?
Yeah, now they are after it came out. The initial reviews were horrible because they said it was too mature. But that's what they were aiming for. You got to realize Frozen 1 came out, what, 7 years ago?
No, not that long ago.
Not that
I
long
think
ago?
so.
Hey, Google.
6 years ago? So basically they wanted that same audience to watch the movie.
2013.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah, it's almost 7 years ago. Yeah, $130 million. The second highest grossing anime movie of all time for the opening weekend was Zootopia at 75 million. So it almost doubled Zootopia.
That movie was awesome.
It is number 4 the all-time opening movies in November history, which is awesome as well. Right? It hardcore exceeded expectations. Basically, if you take the last month and a half and combined all the revenue that was made in opening weekends, it beat every single movie in the last month and a half.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, and that includes the Charlie's Angels reboot, Doctor Sleep, which is the sequel to
The Shining.
The Shining, and Terminator Dark Fate. So,
I heard that movie's really good.
Dark Fate
No, Doctor Sleep.
didn't do good in the box office, but a lot of those movies usually don't, and then it releases and everyone loves it. A couple weeks from now, you have Jumanji, and then the year is out with The Rise of Skywalker. Did you read the Batman news, Nate?
I didn't. I was looking at a lot of the tech stuff.
They have casted Carmine Falcone.
Interesting. That's a bold choice. All right.
Yep. John Peruro. I don't know how to say his last name, unfortunately. He was the bad guy in. He was the cop in Transformers. The main dude of Sector 7, the guy that was all crazy in like Transformers 2. He was in the movies like the Big Lebowski and Brother Were Out There and stuff like that. Yeah, he will be Carmine Falcone. So we have Carmine Falcone.
No, go away.
We have the Penguin. We have the Riddler, and we also have Catwoman. So there will be a very large amount of people in this very first Batman movie. So we'll see how it plays out.
Oh wait, he's gonna play.
Who's
He
he
was
playing?
This dude's playing Carmine Falcone, which is he's a crime boss. He's part of the Falcone family. He's the lead. He's basically your typical mob boss.
Oh, okay.
That's an extremely bold choice for him to be playing. John Turturro.
John Turturro, that's how you say his last name.
Yeah,
Sector 7 of Transformers. He was the guy who like arrested Shia LaBeouf's character. It's that dude.
Yep.
Ugh. I'm pretty sure also one of the lesser known people that he's played that people probably don't remember him in, but he was pretty good. He was the villain in Don't Mess with the Zohan. He was the opposite Zohan.
Yes. I do remember that.
Yeah, he played the fucking I think it was like the Israeli Zohan or whatever. That's interesting. I'm curious. I don't think it's gonna go well, but we'll see.
Yeah, maybe.
That's a lot of people.
It's an interesting pull-up.
4 essentially criminals.
Oh,
Or
he was
villains.
also fucking. He was also in Anger Management. That's right. He's mainly a Sandler guy. Like he's in all of the Happy Madison films.
Yeah. Sticking with the DC universe, the Joker 2. Todd Phillips set the record straight, as there is no contract for a sequel, and he does not know when there will be one. So the rumors that they are making a second one has been put to rest. There is no such thing currently, and he doesn't know if there will be.
That's reassuring.
Yep.
Honestly, like that movie does not even close to be needing a sequel. It's a very good movie on its own. It stands perfectly, and there's no room, in my opinion at least, for a sequel. Yes, it's a comic book movie, so technically there's always room for a sequel, but it wouldn't make sense to drag it out because it ended on a perfect note.
Yeah, and it didn't have a post-credit scene.
Yeah, did have a post-credit scene. For those who can't hear James, because he sounds like he's 10,000 miles away.
Because I am.
How loud are you actually yelling?
I'm probably annoying my neighbors.
Sticking in the DC universe, Henry Cavill did an interview yesterday. Some breaking news, actually. He said in the interview that he is indeed still playing Superman. The rumors of him not playing Superman, he said, are not true. He said there is a lot to still explore with this character, and that he is in no way done or giving up on the role.
You should take notes from Affleck.
He said that he's excited for the future, and then after that interview, the producer of Black Adam came out and said that he is extremely open to have him in Black Adam as Superman.
That would make sense strictly to the point that, like, if you watch the end credit scene for Shazam, he had brought in Superman, but the reason they didn't put the head on is because they were uncertain of Cavill's, like, continued involvement.
Yep, he said that he is for sure, he is not given up and he's not done with the character despite all the rumors
Fucking Kirby, that's
saying
great.
that his. Star Trek 4 is now in motion. They have a new director, and that is now moving forward. The Disney series Loki will include a female Loki.
I'm gonna keep my opinions.
Reading that.
And last but not least, the Star Wars movie that is due in 2022 has
No.
its director.
Can we stop? Why so many Star Wars movies?
It's a new trilogy.
Unless we're gonna start going back to, like, getting a taste of what the actual, like, before the Banite Sith had started, like when we're looking at, like, Jadis, Revan, Malik, Malgus, all them, I'm not interested, personally. I feel like if we learn more about, like, the predecessors to how the Sith had become, or even the actual Sith as a race, that'd be super cool. But, like, I'd be cool with that too, because, like, we would learn, like, the immortality code. I don't remember the actual guy. I took that from fucking DC. Life code. Yeah, whatever. But
It's a whole new trilogy, nothing to do with anything Skywalker related. And its directors are the directors of Game of Thrones. David Weiss and David Bischoff are the directors of this film, and it is entirely their film and no one else.
so we're gonna get 8 episodes and then they're gonna stop.
It's gonna
So-
take forever.
So that is their film is due in 2022.
Okay, so quick sidebar on the same note of Star Wars and whatnot, though. Do y'all think they should keep doing movies? Like, or do you think it would be more... Not more, that wouldn't be the right word. Do you think it would be, I guess, yeah, more profitable and, like, better to expand on if they actually did a TV show and started fleshing out characters and, like, actually building them an entire... actually, I guess, to completely wipe that, to build character development. I feel like that would be a way better move, considering they started The Mandalorian.
Don't
And,
they
like,
still
if
have
they
that
start-
animated show?
Rebels?
Either that or
Clone Wars.
Clone Wars
Yeah.
would be cool to come back.
Supposed to, I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
I think it'd be cool as hell if they had more Star Wars shows. Like that's I
Because,
mean,
like-
think about how much further along Star Trek is.
Yeah.
Like it is so much more developed. And I don't know, at least that's what I think. But it's because
Disney
they've
needs-
been, they have a bazillion episodes.
Yeah, like
But-
Disney needs to take notes from themselves because they're fleshing out Marvel characters and keeping them tied in with the universe. So why not do that with Star Wars when there's so much to explore other than the Skywalkers, which I'm really tired of hearing about.
Yeah, but Star Wars has always been more of like an opera kind of style. More I don't want to say Shakespearean,
It's
but
more like an epic.
Yeah. I feel like I would love to I think it is better to be TV like some TV series for like the spin-offs and stuff.
Mhm.
Like what they're doing with the Mandalorian or they did with Rebels or the Star Wars Christmas special, you know,
Yeah.
to flesh out the characters more.
The Clone Wars was huge for talking about the backstories and shit.
Yeah.
Even like a short series, like a series short, I suppose.
Well, they're doing
of,
that
like,
with
Plagueis, Malgus.
Obi-Wan.
Yeah, he's getting a short film though.
Yeah.
No,
And,
they turned that into a series. I thought.
Yeah,
Did
it's an 8-episode series.
Okay, and I know Ewan McGregor is coming back. He was just talking about that not too long ago. I think I saw that like yesterday or the day before.
It bridges the gap between number 3 and 4 when he goes into isolation, when he's over watching Luke Skywalker as a baby.
Son of a bitch.
So
Interesting.
because
But I
obviously we
feel-
don't know what happened in there, so now it tells us what happened.
I feel like for like backstories and sub stories, I think TV shows would be better. But for mainline shit, I feel like the movies would be better because they would
Yeah.
have higher production budgets. It's supposed to be a grand epic, you know, in scale with Star Wars as a whole.
I guess
That's what it's
like
supposed to be.
I will say though, the Mandalorian, man, they have their graphic design thing. It looks like a movie. Like it's crisp as hell.
so
but you
like I
can't
guess
even tell.
my thing is like with the Mandalorian, truthfully, when I end up getting Disney Plus, because I have Verizon, I'll fucking get it at some point. But like with that, I can genuinely tell you I'll probably end up watching it, but I don't care. Like there's not enough about the Mandalorians for me to have been like, yeah, I want a whole ass show about these people. Like I got enough from Clone Wars. They delved into it a lot. They ended up having to do it with the black lightsaber, which I thought was cool as fuck because it looked like a machete. But like, if they were to do that with like the other characters, I feel like that'd be a great idea. I don't know. My big problem with the movies is they're way too close together, and I always feel rushed into watching them, as I have not learned enough from the previous like movie. If they could span it out like 3 or 4 years in between, and then you'd be able to build your budget at that point too, because Disney ain't fucking hurting our
Kinda-
money.
Kind of like what they did with the original trilogy.
Yeah, like have it like spaced out, and like you can actually have time
You know,
to.
the original
dwell
trilogy was
and
like
learn.
20 years though.
That's okay. Like that's how it became its grand epic though.
Yeah,
Like
but
it had
would
a
still be-
beginning, it had its peak, and then it had a perfect crescendo, and like everything worked the way it was supposed to. And then
I guess-
pumping out a movie every year feels just super manufactured.
I guess the benefit of this though now is because it is a completely separate saga. You don't have to watch these 9 movies to know what's going on in this one. So I
Yeah,
guess
but-
that's kind of a
And-
thing.
I
And
feel like you
also-
do.
No, they said that the two will have nothing to do with each other.
Oh,
They're-
so
they will-
like the new ones?
The new one will be completely unrelated to any of the first 9 movies.
Okay, so that I'm
Ah.
fine with, but like for like the new age kids that aren't like even as young as me, like 21, like the people who are like 16, 17, 18, this era, and like Gen Z, whatever's coming up now, they're gonna watch the new ones and be like, what the fuck's going on? Because you
Fucking
have to have
zoomers.
the backstory.
Yeah,
Like,
but
no, I agree with
Star
that.
Wars is a thing though that's like it ages like a fine wine. Though it's not like, you know, Transformers where, you know, 10 years from now people are going to look back on it and be like, you know, people aren't going to find that shit enjoyable in like 10, 15 years.
I mean, they're definitely good, colorful, poppy.
Hey, Michael Bay
let me
made
finish my
some
sentence.
explosions.
That's what I was actually about to get at. Is they're good, keep yourself entertained, wow factor with special effects, popcorn flicks. They're not
No,
meant to
no,
be a
they're-
legitimate thing.
They're forgetting like 13-year-old boys rocks off.
It's okay. So like, I don't know if anyone else was a big fucking Transformers fan back when like the TV show was on in the '90s, but like, I fucked with that shit hard.
Yeah.
Like I
I like
loved it.
Beast Wars more. Give me a Beast Wars movie and I'll be happy.
Yeah, Beast Wars movie.
Zords.
Voltron. Yes, Zoids.
Zoids.
Zoids,
I'm
yeah,
gonna say,
sorry.
talking about Power Rangers because I'm into that too.
Zoids. That's what I meant. Zoids.
Zoids was my shit.
I remember Zoids. I remember getting up
I-
a little extra early before school just so I could watch it.
Mm-hmm.
I still have that white tiger toy somewhere.
I have
in a box somewhere.
I have the Black Lion. I can't remember his name.
Shit. Nate,
Yeah,
let's play the GameCube game sometime.
dude, I'm down. 100
I'll buy it.
percent. Okay. Bet.
Well, that's some interesting, nice little tangent on Star Wars and stuff.
Yeah.
I just feel like everything's way too
Star Wars is huge. That will definitely boost the numbers.
Yeah.
Speaking of Star
Usually
Wars,
is.
I
Star
won't
Wars real quick.
I won't go into it, but someone made a list of every change Disney made to the New Hope on Disney Plus.
Oh no.
Like changes that they re-edited. One being Han Solo in the
Yeah, he
diner.
shot first.
Yeah. That scene's been edited multiple times. And they edited it again. So
What did they do this time?
Greedo shot first indefinitely.
yeah. So they made it where Han shot first, then they made it where Greedo shot first, then they shot the same time, and then Yeah,
Now
they've
it's
edited it.
indefinite. Yeah.
They've edited it like 5 times.
Just
they
make Han
haven't.
shoot
It's
first.
just
Along
the
with-
He's a
Mandela
piece of
effect
shit.
over and
He's
over
a
I
again.
hate
sneaky
Han Solo.
motherfucker. He's a sneaky motherfucker. Have him
They-
shoot first.
They changed the color of the Lucasfilms emblem at the beginning of the movie. They changed the color of it.
To red and black,
Yeah.
like Marvel.
They changed the color of it. They added like little teeny tiny things. But someone made a list of it because they were appalled that they would do that.
So
Um,
not a New Hope, but I genuinely didn't know until about a couple days ago that they fucking brought Hayden Christensen back in to fucking reshoot the death scene of Darth Vader.
Yep,
Yeah,
I didn't
after,
know that.
Yeah, after episode 3 came out, any iteration of episode 6, any iteration of episode 6 coming out has Hayden Christensen.
Yep, where
At the
Luke
end of it.
Skywalker, after they burn Darth Vader, Luke looks up and he sees Yoda, Hayden Christensen, and the fuck's the other dude?
Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan?
Obi-Wan. Yeah. Sorry. I
So wait,
completely
wait. Because that I remember, but didn't they do that for when he was laying in the bodysuit? Didn't they re-edit that scene too, as to having Hayden Christensen? Because it was just a random person.
Yeah. When after Darth Vader dies and he's getting burned, Luke
No,
looks
no,
up
I'm-
and he sees the silhouettes of him.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when he's laying on the ship, as he's like laying down, like propped up, and then the helmet actually comes off. Or is that still the random dude?
Oh, that's still the random guy.
Okay, I thought that's what they were talking about because
No,
I
no,
know
no.
that he's in the scene with like the Force ghosts.
No. No. When he takes off his helmet, that's still the
Okay.
burnt old version of Darth
See,
Vader.
that's what I was like super interested about because that's what I
Oh,
was
no,
talking
no,
to
no.
Trevor, and I was like, oh, they did that, and I'm like, oh, okay.
No, the ghost.
Yeah, the Force ghost I am aware of.
Yeah. So that's all I got for movie news. Mark or James, what do you guys want to talk about the amazing epic launch of the Google Stadia?
James just wants to tear it apart.
Someone give me a basketball. I'm about to dunk on this fucking thing. All right,
It's still in beta, TLDR.
it's still shit. TLDR.
Don't buy it.
Don't
Yeah.
buy it. All
Yeah,
right,
let's-
so here, let me grab my notebook that I can't find. Pretend I have a notebook, a pretty long notebook, like Declaration of Independence size notebook.
Okay.
All right, reason number 1 not to buy the Stadia, the fucking input lag. Holy shit, the input lag's bad. Like really bad.
And it's inconsistent, so might work,
There's
might not.
that, yeah.
Yeah. Who was it? Someone from the Washington Post, from WAPO, was reviewing it. And he reviewed it both inside of the office building that has, godlike internet, godlike fiber internet, the best that you can get in DC. And he's like, yeah, he shows a video of him playing Destiny 2. And he has the camera pointed at the screen, presses the jump button, has enough time to turn the camera around to face him, and then the character jumps. Oof. So that's pretty bad.
It's not great.
Also, people are still upset that you can't really use it on anything.
Mm-hmm.
I
You got
mean,
like 3 phones that you can use it on, maybe?
the 3s, the 4s, and the 3As.
Isn't the iOS
it.
one out?
Oh, and the 2s.
Nope, not yet.
It's not out.
Oh,
So
really?
You
The
can download
two's
the
work?
app though. I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
but
can
it's
do
not
it
available
too.
yet.
Okay.
And I
How
know
many-
Go ahead.
Oh, what are you gonna say, Mark?
I know some users were also reporting that it burned out their Chromecast Ultra while they're playing games. So,
So yeah, didn't they not update the firmware quick enough to the point where it just kind of starts
Ah!
burning things?
well, it's not even that. It's just that they probably pushed out a firmware update to handle this, and it's just not well optimized. So
Okay.
people are playing games for 6 or 8 hours and then counting their Chromecast. So
Or how about the fact if you buy a game when you're Stadia like Pro member,
Thank
if
you.
you buy the game, if it's either free or if it is on sale, if you buy the game, say it's on sale for like $49.99, a $60 game, you buy the game on sale, and then you let your like $10 a month membership lapse, you cannot play that game anymore.
That's so fucking dumb.
gotta buy it again.
You gotta buy it again at full price, motherfucker. That's one of the
Discounts.
perks. It's a
Ah.
feature.
I gotta turn down my my follow notification. Someone just followed me again, and I always forget it's fucking Goku going ape shit crazy. It's so loud. I was lounging in my chair and it happened. And
Something
many-
that what's up?
I said, how many times was it downloaded? Wasn't there like some? Didn't you have the numbers?
175,000.
Yeah.
I
so
think.
Is that
yeah.
good or bad?
coming
Yeah,
up for
that's low.
175,000. If you consider pretty much any other console launch, it's pretty shitty. Like 175 people at most playing your console,
Yeah, that's
like
true.
at launch. Like
People
I
are
don't-
saying it's super weird playing Destiny 2, being in the hangar and not seeing a soul. Another
Yeah.
player.
yeah, the Destiny 2 doesn't even cross save across all of your different
It
platforms.
cross
it's
it
on.
cross saves, but it's not cross platform.
Oh, you got me.
Speaking of that too, Bungie said they have no plans on releasing Destiny 2 the collection on anything except for the Stadia.
Yeah, but you could just buy the
Who's
expansion.
gonna play it?
Yeah. But you could also just buy the expansion.
Yeah, but you could.
I
but
mean, the
in
game's
terms of,
free now. So
you're
that's-
not supposed to know that.
As of right now, you have to have an invite code to use Stadia, so you have to pay $130 just to fucking use it.
yeah.
And then you have to pay the service, and then you have to buy your fucking games. So
Yeah.
nah, not right now. It's still in beta. Like you're paying into the experience, and it's not even working right now. So
And here's the thing, it's like
maybe a year
who
from now.
is Stadia for anyway?
Google doesn't even know.
Because if it's for people who are tech conscious like us, you already have a game system or a computer that can play games.
Yeah, well, like why am I
Yeah.
gonna want to go on my phone and restart Red Dead Redemption 2?
Yeah.
Like
But
Convenience? I don't know.
but
it takes forever.
4K 5.1 surround sound though.
Assuming that shit works though.
But 4K though.
Yeah, input lag, 4K
But 4K.
data.
So
I don't know.
just because I wanted to do a comparison, I can't Xbox
Negative
One,
latency.
but at the day of launch, 250,000 for PlayStation 4, and then within 48 hours, 500,000, and within the first 5 weeks, over 4.2 million. That's a torrential downpour of dunkage
Yeah.
comparatively.
Really
Yeah.
quick, we have greetings from Brazil.
Hey.
Oh, what's up?
Oh, hey there, bud.
Hello there.
Athena came into my chat and said greetings from Brazil.
Nice.
SNA.
And before we get off Stadia, I want to talk about a little controversial thing that they're doing.
Controversy.
So, can someone please explain to me what the fuck a gender-neutral controller is?
Oh, it's a controller because, most controllers are either in blue or, red.
There's-
Man colors.
There's quite literally purple,
But-
pink,
but-
rainbow.
but
White,
wait,
black.
Hold
Those
on.
are the first two colors that came to my
But
mind.
hold on, though.
Okay.
Wait a second.
They all
But-
look like dicks.
But wait, they need more controllers that are in, black and white, things that are gender neutral.
Doesn't
Because
consoles come
Lord
with a
knows,
black or a white controller?
Nobody makes a fucking black or white controller.
Isn't that the default controller you get?
But
With every
no,
console.
though. Gender neutral.
I'm glad I brought this up.
Gotta sell it, bro.
It's just
But-
it physically.
I
blows
buy.
my mind.
Okay, so when the PS5 comes out and the Xbox 2 comes out, I'm gonna have a controller reveal party.
Oh, absolutely.
It's gonna burn down half a fucking city block. But I'm gonna
The
have
other
a
thing I
controller
really
reveal
wanna-
party.
The other thing I'd love to point out is, if anything, Nintendo did this long time ago. Like not like the gender neutral thing, but they're the ones who had like all multicolored controllers, and then like because for them at least a good amount of time, the main color controllers were white for Xbox, well technically black to start with Xbox, and for PlayStation it started off with gray, and then it went white for Xbox when the Xbox 360 came out, and then once again for the Xbox One X, Xbox One
Vina.
did start with black, but anyhow.
But when the One S came out, it was white.
Yeah, it was white again. And, like, it's always been black or white, which is the two default colors you get.
But
Are they gonna
but-
dive into a fucking race issue at that point? Like, what are we
But-
doing now?
those aren't gender neutral though.
How
It's
neutral
not-
can you get?
It's not the right shade of white. It's not the right shade of
You
black.
get a white controller with the white Xboxes, and you get a black controller with your PlayStation.
Yeah, but they're
Yeah.
not. They're not gender neutral though.
What?
You gotta get
Okay.
the gender
Oh my
neutral
God.
version of the white controller.
I don't know. What does that mean?
Yeah,
Exactly.
you got. It's slightly. It's like more of an eggshell color.
Mason, what do the numbers mean?
Oh, Jesus.
The numbers, Mason.
I just want my
I just-
fluorescent brown one. I'd be good with that.
So, okay. I'm happy I have my controller next to me. How do you get more gender neutral than fucking clear?
But it's not gender neutral though.
How?
Because
It's clear.
You gotta have an
But-
edge.
That's masculine.
If anything, it's. I'm about to get philosophical with a fucking
That's fair.
controller.
It's techie. That's
That-
cool.
that-
but
okay,
it's
that
gender
too.
not- It's not gender
Here's
neutral.
your black
Is that the
controller.
only thing that?
Yeah, that-
Is that the only thing that they did? Was just change the color? That's the difference. That's all.
No, okay. so
No,
the three
no.
main colors you can get with the Stadia right now is the blue, the white, or the wasabi, which is white and a little bit of green around the fucking joystick.
Yeah, it's probably nice actually.
I mean, it looks fine. I
Sounds
still
like
think
that
the
would be a
Titan-
nice controller.
The other thing
sounds
is the
like
White
titanium
with a little
blue.
bit green
right there.
accents. That'd be nice.
The titanium blue controller that just got released for PlayStation is the most feminine blue I've ever seen, and it's fucking gorgeous. Like, it's such a beautiful color.
It's
Like, I
not
love
gender
it.
neutral.
Well, okay, what about the lightning purple?
That's a feminist, but why is that? It's just purple,
Lightning purple.
You know,
But like
Yeah, there's-
purple used to be like
Lightning
like
is a character in
royal-
Final Fantasy. She's a woman, and it's purple. Why is it gotta be purple?
I've never heard of royal purple though. There's always been royal blue.
Who's royal purple?
Yeah.
Purple Mountain Majesty, motherfucker.
It's kind of like the Mountain Dew, the purple Mountain Dew drink.
Oh shit.
Oh
I
yeah,
remember
pitch
that.
black, which was fucking purple.
Yeah.
You
I
sure?
remember that.
Yeah, pitch black was purple. It was a super dark purple.
Anybody else got anything on the Stadia? Any other numbers? Anything?
Fucking neutral.
It's fucking trash. Don't buy it.
Don't waste your money.
Don't waste your money. Buy video. Buy all of the Yakuza games instead.
Shameless segue. Don't buy a Google Stadia. Get xCloud.
Because X
true.
gonna give it to you.
That's not till
Fuck.
later though.
Fuck waiting to get it on your own. X gonna deliver it to you.
The only
And,
reason I figured it'd work for a segue because it was directly under
Amazon
the Stadia
drone.
news.
Well, you messed up the flow. Okay, you son of a bitch.
Sorry.
And also to retract what I said, it's not Athena. It's Athena. I'm just stupid and can't read.
Oh my god.
Oh, wow.
I
Okay, so you're
Joking,
assuming now.
Walker.
Now you're assuming because Athen might be a male's name, and now it's
Well, no,
Athena, so what's going on?
They messaged me and say it's Athena, like the goddess name. I was like, oh.
fucking
Oh.
serious Walker.
Like, I'm just dead.
Hey,
It's
there's
okay.
an
You sis
underscore
went
there,
off.
so I split the name up from the underscore. Just throwing that out there, but that was my bad. Um,
We're
Well,
sorry.
I wanted to fix
We're
that.
not all this much of an idiot.
No, they're not. They're much smarter than me. Anywho, let's go to some gaming services, streaming services. Segue from the Google Stadia,
Speaking of Google Stadia,
Facebook.
Amazon.
Oh yeah, let's start. Well, yeah, we can go to Amazon. You want to start with Amazon?
It doesn't fucking matter.
Well, you already
Nothing's
said
gonna
it.
Nothing's gonna succeed.
Well, let's talk about it. Let's.
Gaming streaming services are a bad time.
Amazon wants to stream games like everyone else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
congratulations.
all we really know.
That's the story. We don't know anything about it yet.
But yeah, they talked about it.
They're all poor choices and needs to
This-
stop.
That's how little news there was this week.
We'll
I
see
was
how
sick
it
and-
goes.
I was
Just
sick
like
and
if they wanna
fucking
go to
tired.
sleep.
I had to sift through mounds and mounds and mounds and mounds and mounds of either Death Stranding spoilers or
Black Friday shit.
Black Friday shit.
Which has been super underwhelming. At
Yes.
least like the
Yeah, this year's
pre-sale
kinda
for
bad.
stuff. I've been keeping my eye out for a few things and they ain't go on sale. I saw one thing that was pretty crazy deal.
Yeah, we got a couple things. We'll talk about that in a minute.
We do.
But no, Amazon's next. Amazon wants to become the next Google Stadia.
So they also
Amazon-
want to blunder.
Amazon wants to become the next Google.
They
Well,
want to
don't
go to
they own-
space.
Don't they
Amazon
own
needs to
Twitch?
pay their taxes.
They
yes,
do.
they do.
Couldn't
So
that
let
work?
me guess. Well, fucking Google owns YouTube Gaming.
They
Yeah.
own YouTube.
Well, it makes
Period.
sense. Yeah.
Like,
Guess
one
who
of the big
Facebook
selling
Gaming
features-
is owned by?
Facebook.
Google.
Oh, Facebook.
Facebook LLC.
Yeah, but you
Um,
have how many millions of people on Twitch?
Yeah.
Amazon
You
wants to
have
start
how
their own
many-
thing.
You have how many?
Amazon
billions
has
of
their own
people
thing.
on- you have how many billions of people on YouTube? YouTube.
That's true.
That just kind of
That was a
came
little-
out while I was
That was
speaking.
a little of the devil.
He
Leaving
was
you
so
there.
distraught he puked inside by talking about this. That's how
the,
distraught he was.
the devil came
He
out.
couldn't
in me
get
a
it
little
out.
bit
He
there.
couldn't get it out fast enough.
Like someone call him Jesus.
He doesn't
I mean-
answer my texts anymore.
No. But you
I
gotta
hung out
think,
with Satan one time.
like, you think they can come out with a thing where you automatically stream to Twitch without having any extra additives like
yeah,
that?
Google was supposed to do that with the Stadia, but it's not available yet.
Yeah, but you think Amazon would do it though?
Yeah, they would.
Yeah, but
100%,
wouldn't that make it more
100%.
successful?
If they had a service to do it on,
But-
Oh yeah, dude. If Amazon could make it so you could just stream to Twitch through their fucking streaming
Device?
service. Yeah.
Yeah.
You in theory will be able to do that with the Stadia before it dies in 18 months.
Yeah.
Because you can do that with Xbox, can't you? You can just stream right to Mixer for free.
And Twitch.
I thought Microsoft they couldn't do Twitch.
No, it can. Because I used to stream on Twitch on the Xbox One.
Well, you
Oh.
definitely used to be able to. I don't know if you still can personally.
I know
It
I
would
wouldn't
make
be able to
sense if
stream
they
to
were like,
Mixer.
no now. But
know.
Well,
because I know
definitely Mixer.
PlayStation has its hand in Twitch.
PlayStation could do Twitch and YouTube.
Yeah, it can't do Mixer though, correct?
No, they would never allow it. Microsoft, I don't think.
I mean,
might.
Microsoft would
Dumb
probably
on
be
their
totally
part.
cool with it. How is it dumb? No one uses fucking Mixer.
No, I'm just saying, like, to restrict gameplay from someone strictly because of their console is kind of absurd.
Well,
No,
fucking
it's shit.
Sony's Sony. Like they don't
Yeah,
even
Sony
allow
is Sony.
they don't allow YouTube TV.
It's always
Hulu
been the
TV.
way, man.
Well,
They
not
don't allow any of that
TVs
shit.
there.
Well, you. Okay, so for right now, but PlayStation View's dying on January 16th.
All right, well,
So it will come.
you know how
I
many
thought we were
customers?
getting YouTube TV. Like, I thought that was like almost a guarantee.
My subscription.
You know, how many people call and are pissed? Like, hey, I'm calling in. I want to know where the Hulu Plus is, Hulu TV is. Well, what TV do you have? I got a Sony. I just bought it like an hour ago. Yeah, unfortunately, you don't have
That's
access
tough.
to that app.
It
What do you
doesn't
mean?
make sense because you can get Hulu Red on your PlayStation.
You can get Hulu, but you
Yeah,
can't
you can get
TV.
Hulu, but not Hulu plus TV. Hulu
Yeah.
plus live TV.
What?
Because
You
it's
only can get
technically
View.
considered a separate app.
Yeah.
Even if you have the subscription through normal Hulu.
Yep,
Mhm.
you only can watch normal Hulu.
All right, where's the CEO? We have a conversation. with this man.
And how many customers call me and are furious? You're telling me I bought this TV and can't even watch my streaming service? Like, you can watch
Yeah.
PlayStation View.
I actually had a legitimate I had a
$49
very
month.
Like, what the hell is
I had a-
that?
I had a very understanding conversation with someone today about that specifically. Is like if you buy certain TVs, you are locked into the apps that they have licensing to.
Yep.
It's because like my smart TV, I can only use, and I don't know why the fuck this one's on there, but I can use Netflix, Pandora, YouTube, and Twitter. I don't
Yeah,
know
my
why
TV
the
can do
fuck Twitter
My
doesn't
TV can
need
do
it on
Twitter.
TV. It's so dumb.
It
I
is.
can't
When the
do any
service
of
was
that
still
stuff.
when the server was still around, when they still supported it, there was actually a quick access button to tweet while there's shows going on.
Hmm.
That I used to when I sold Sony TVs, that was actually a selling point. Like no shit.
Yeah,
the
it was-
live tweet Blue Bloods.
But no, so many people are so mad. They're like, so what am I supposed to do with this TV? Like, well, you can go buy a Fire Stick.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the
Apparently-
fuck?
Also, apparently Westinghouse smart TVs don't have access to like anything. Just
they don't.
just as a thing.
And they'll
It's
also burn your house
Westinghouse
down.
Yeah, Westinghouse will affect your livelihood.
Them,
Yeah.
Hisense, Sanyo.
No,
what's
Hisense,
finer?
Hisense is good. I haven't heard of Sanyo in years.
They still make them.
Element.
Element, yeah,
Element.
that's actually the one I have. I have a Element TV.
Yeah, that's always a conversation. So, but I don't know. We'll see what Amazon does. There's no date. They're not rushing to it at all. But they do have a team that is
Everyone-
actively working on it.
Everyone was waiting until Google released theirs,
To see
so
what
then
happens.
so then they can be like, all right, this is how they fucked up. This is how we can fix it.
Well, that's what Microsoft's doing. They're taking everything Google did and just doing it
Usable.
better on steroids.
So real quick though, realistically, how long is the Stadia gonna last? I give it
Freaking-
18 months.
Do you think they do like a revamp of their stuff where they release
Mm-mm. That's not
$10 a
Google.
month gives you free games?
No,
Just
that's
depends
not
if they
Google.
Stick with it or not.
Well,
That's
Okay,
it.
so
I mean, they did say that they were going to have more free games for the premium members.
Yeah, next
theoretically, if Stadia keeps in the same path they're going now, I can agree 18 months. What if they actually fix their system? Not even the service, but they fix the pure fact that like this thing barely works as a unit itself. I think it could last maybe 2-3 years if they correct their issues.
But we
Well,
get into the same problem of who is this for?
Okay, well, with the same comment, like, then how? Okay, so you guys are saying that I personally have no opinion on the xCloud. I think it's all the streaming gaming services are pointless. How long do you think the xCloud's gonna last when that comes out? I don't think that's gonna be a staple. I don't think that's the future because it's not the future.
Well,
my
I feel like
opinion,
it
I
think it's
actually.
gonna do
I
better.
feel like it actually might. Yeah, I actually feel like if anyone was to do it, like it's going to be a side project from companies because look at PlayStation Now. That's been around for 7 years now.
I was gonna say I was just about to bring up PlayStation Now. Like the
But that's
problem
just-
with that. Continue.
No, that's just a side project. It's not like
Yeah.
their main focus.
No,
Look
right,
at-
but like the
Go ahead.
thing is, not sorry. I just want to
Very
finish this part real quick. The thing is with like PlayStation Now, you have to either get really lucky on the time of day you're playing, and I don't care how good your internet is. Most like my buddy has like actual 100 megs per second, and my other friend actually has fiber in the area, has VNet, and he can still barely get PS Now to work even at midnight when the traffic's low, because optimization's trash.
I have no problems with PlayStation Now.
Yeah, I never had any issues.
Aren't you hardlined though?
Yeah.
So
well, that's how
theoretically,
you should do it.
no, I get that, but what about people like me who can't, like me and my other friends who don't have the ability to just drill a hole through the ground? And I know yours is like right next to you, but say my router's not in my room, my modem and everything isn't near me. It's a floor and a half down. What about people
Well,
like that?
then you get an Orbi system or an Eero system.
Yeah, that's
or
not
Google
your-
Mesh Wi-Fi.
What if you shouldn't
That's
have?
not your network.
my
That's
issue-
not your cable.
You
That's
should
not your
have it.
ISP. Yeah, that's your.
You shouldn't have to, but I mean, in the U.S., I mean, we have the problems with things like packet loss.
Especially
with-
over
with-
Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like when it comes to anything besides that, I rarely have lag. I have very little like issues. My shit downloads fairly quickly.
Just drill a hole through the floor.
No.
Just do it. It's not hard.
The way
You
my
just
the
get
way
a
my
drill
house
and-
works
Yeah.
is I live in my room's in the attic. So the how do I put it? The room that the modem is in is behind me to the right.
Yeah.
So you have to drill a hole and run a cable through the siding and then bring it back up and then over into my specific area that my stuff's set in.
I'm just saying. I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm pretty sure that Captain Geach, James, Mark, the rest of the world, we kind of thought he was a little serious about it, but I guess not.
What?
So whatever, we thought he was pro level, but oh, I can't drill a hole through the floor. I was in an apartment with a bunch of other people. I still had a cable stapled up on the ceiling, running through the living room, around the corner, over the river, through the woods to
what I
get
had
to
in
my
my house,
space.
Yeah.
And
I
I
don't
was
think
just
you should
renting.
I just don't
I
think
was
you
like a
should
gook.
have to be corded to be able to do things.
Well, then
I
you have
think
to get a better
what the fuck's
router.
the point of Wi-Fi?
Well, then don't get
Just
the
check your email and
PlayStation Now.
Facebook.
Yeah, man.
Watch YouTube
Just
videos.
fucking
don't
plug
need
your
the-
phone into the
You don't
router
need
then.
the
Tether it.
system requirements.
Yeah, you don't meet the system requirements.
Just drill the
It's
hole.
so fucking stupid.
Or get a power line adapter or something.
Yeah, that works, too.
I'm fucking still upstairs.
If it's on the same circuit, I'm sure you just find the circuit that runs up the house, and then you tap into that.
I
Yeah,
don't
you-
know, man.
All you
No
do
way,
is
man.
you just
Stop being difficult.
Just go buy some
Hey.
power
figure
tools,
it
say,
out.
Mom, I'm
Use your brain.
renovating the
You
house.
got this. Yeah, I'm gonna make the house
Oh
better.
my God.
And then when you
Yeah.
leave, guess what? Mom's gonna be psyched because there's internet upstairs. She can do her
Exactly.
yoga off of the TV with the Roku. Unless it's a
The thing
Sony.
is,
Or
like,
Taibo or whatever it is she's doing.
so like, okay,
Aerobics.
say, because I'm sure I'm not the only one. You guys probably not, but I'm sure there's other people who have a similar kind of situation.
Oh yeah, no.
We don't plan on being in this house much longer. Like, I
Yeah.
plan on getting out. My mom wants to move as soon as we're out of the house.
Don't stop me from drilling a hole.
Just duct tape it to, cable to the wall.
You
Yeah.
want me to duct tape a cable in the corners of my wall to all the way up? I would need like a 200-foot fucking cable, and they don't make them.
Yeah, they do. I
Hey,
have a
man.
500-foot one sitting right here, and it only has to go like
Yeah.
15 feet, and
That's
it's
really
still
tough.
just a pile
Well,
of
why
cable.
is it 500 feet?
You have
You never
I-
know.
boxes at 2,000
Because you never know when you
Um,
need to drill a hole through a floor, you know?
in
That's
the
why I got
warehouse. You
500
got
feet. I got like 2 rolls.
2,000-foot spools of Ethernet in the warehouse.
Yeah.
Just ask Dave Squires to take a couple thousand feet and you'll be good to go.
Mark's got a roll sitting right back there somewhere. You know how I know? Because we're serious about this.
I always do. I'm too
Oh my
much.
God.
He can mail it to you.
I'm gonna
Um,
jump off a
I'll
cliff.
email you one, yeah.
I'll
anywho,
email you
with a
one.
drill
What the
bit.
fuck?
I'll email
I'll
you a
find
drill
you
bit
one,
and a...
You'll throw it through the chiral network, like
Yeah.
in
Yeah, I'll think about it really hard.
Yeah.
One of us will send you the wrench, some bit. One person will send you the ends to the Ethernet.
I
Mhm.
have power tools.
It'll be like it'll be like build
That's why
your
I'm
own
just
internet.
sending you the
kit.
bit.
Yeah. Anywho,
just open up a PO box.
And
get-
it's like, fuck you
Yeah, I
guys. Yeah. Always talking shit.
streaming
Ah.
services, getting back into it.
So
Facebook
how about
is
that
making
Facebook
moves.
bullshit?
What are they
Yeah,
doing?
Facebook making moves. They have signed their first major streamer to only stream on Facebook Gaming.
Oh god,
Who
it
is it?
starts.
Well, okay, hold on. This isn't the first.
Ugh.
Well, their first big name,
Yeah.
bigger name.
Yeah?
Who is it?
Jeremy Wong.
Damn Wong.
Never heard of
Sorry.
him.
I'll see him back on Twitch in about 6 months.
Yeah.
He's got
Maybe.
1 million followers on Twitch. He is one of the leaders in streaming Hearthstone, as well
Of
as
course, it's a
League
Hearthstone streamer.
of Legends and Apex. So yeah, he's a million followers on Twitch. So and all of his revenue is going over to Facebook, taking his talents to the Facebook.
I'm sorry. We'll see you back on this platform.
I think
in
the
6
problem with
months.
the Facebook is not I don't know if a lot of people know how to use it.
I can't
Yeah.
fucking get it to work.
It's interesting.
Even watching it, like there's
Like I have people like queued to watch. Like I watch Stone Mountain 64. I watch Trade Chat. Like I know like how to use the thing, but I can't get my shit to go up. Like it will not fucking like,
Weird.
play. I don't know why.
The Facebooks.
There's this one pretty big like Pokemon YouTuber who went from Twitch to Facebook, and he made the announcement. He's like, "Yeah, I'm going to Facebook Live," and no joke, it was like 3 months. And then he's like, "Fuck it, I'm breaking my contract."
It is said that Facebook has 2.4 billion active users, making it one of the most used sites in the world, especially with account purposes. Over 70 million people interact with gaming content, rather if they are strolling through videos and happen to stumble upon someone gaming. Over 70 million people have at least interacted in some sense each month with someone gaming on Facebook, making it the largest interactive gaming platform in the world.
But
But-
when you really think about how
Yeah.
many people there are on Facebook, that's not a lot.
No, that's a very low number.
and they're probably just counting people stopping by and stuff, which
Well,
as
yes,
you're
the second
scrolling through.
the second you scroll and you stop on the video and it's on your screen, that counts as a view, and
That's
you can watch
fucking
it.
That's
dumb.
what I mean, you know.
You watch it for 1 second, it counts as a view. You move on.
I could see it counting
Um,
as an impression, but I don't know about a view.
Yeah,
Nope, it
that's,
counts directly
that's,
as a view.
that's analytic hell right there.
It says there is tens of thousands of curators, and there is about 3 million people who stream on Twitch, and Facebook is looking to take its 2.4 billion active users and take a large percentage of that and turn them into streaming on gaming.
So
So here's the
so
So
your
I have mine set up
grandmother
for that.
too can stream on Facebook.
I was actually about to bring that point up. Like, I want to know exactly the amount because I know more and more of our generation, and at least me, Mark, and James, and I know you guys are like close enough. There's not there's not a ton of our age like on Facebook. Like, at least there may have been at one point, but like probably like 5 years ago. But more and
Oh,
more
yeah.
people are just getting fucking bored with Facebook. Like, it's the same shit over and over again, and mostly it's old people or middle-aged people just fucking connecting with their high school friends. Like, I
Fucking
guarantee they're not
boomers.
going to be fucking gaming.
I don't know.
To
I have
turn-
it set up. There's no reason not to if you can stream
No,
to the
but
couple
like
of them.
you're still at the point like you're a diehard gamer. Like you've been doing this for X amount of years. So like I feel like the cutoff would be like that 35 age, like that are already 35 and then moving forward. Like those people and then on probably aren't gonna be fucking gaming. It's more than likely just not gonna happen.
Gatekeeping right there.
We'll see.
Twitter has 330 million global. 330 million people have a Twitter, compared to the 2.4 billion that have Facebook.
Yeah.
Because old people can't use Twitter.
If you market it, but the thing
I
too
don't know
is that
how.
Facebook has a really, really, really effective, like, what is it called? Marketing. Like, if you give them $10, you can narrow your niche down so hard, it's insane.
I'm going to. I'm gonna
800 million people
advertise-
have Instagram.
I'm going to advertise my Twitch on Facebook.
I'm
like-
curious to see what happens.
I'll be
Okay,
like,
so-
don't fucking go to Facebook.
Well, you can.
Be
I've
like-
done that before. I've posted on Facebook, hey, follow me on Snapchat, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter.
Yeah, but did you actually pay them to put in an ad?
Oh no, I just thought you meant like post your channel.
No, I'm actually. I am probably going to relatively soon, just for funsies, just to see how effective it can be. I am going to spend money on a Facebook ad and be like, listen, fuckers, go to this website.
Okay, so I know a lot of you like dog on TikTok, but let me explain something real quick. 500 million people currently use TikTok, and the
they're
reason
all
being is because
trash.
of the. Well, first of all, piss off.
Some of 'em are
I'm one of those
entertaining.
500 million. Second of
My
all,
point.
Second of all, the reason that it is so popular is due to the fact of the way it's set up. It's set up like a casino game. You can't see the time as you're scrolling, it turns black. So as you go through more and more and more and more, you lose track of time. Eventually, people just start, I'll make an account. I'll throw out a video. More and more people just keep losing track of time. You end up spending hours and hours and hours on this. Like, I'm gonna be straight with y'all. Like, I woke up in the middle of the night one day, and then I ended up scrolling for 3 hours. Like, it happens.
It's perfectly deceptible. It's genius.
It's 100% a
Genius.
great it's a great business stat. Because if you block out the time, you're like, oh, I just wasted 10 minutes. But if you can't see that, you end up losing track. And
Well, that's
it's
the
just,
same
it works.
concept that
Oh.
Facebook is going after, because on Facebook you click on a
Thank you,
video.
Isaac.
On Facebook, if you don't have one, but if you do, you know what I'm talking about. So you click on a video on Facebook, and you click that video, and then you literally have the option to just keep scrolling
Mhm.
down and down and down and down and on different videos. And a lot of times what happens is that's when those gaming people will show up. Like, I'll click on someone's video about like Michael Scott at the office or something along those lines. Someone will share a video of that sense. And then randomly someone's live stream will show up. And that's where Facebook is trying to come into play, where now they're going to be releasing that, because like I see, if you look, see, I'm on like a random video, and I literally just can keep scrolling, and it's videos and videos, and it's just basically non-stop.
And the other thing that's like super big is TikTok and Facebook both do this, and so does Instagram now. Is if you keep scrolling long enough, it'll eventually say new posts. So then you click that, you end up going back to the top, it's all new content. So then you just scroll again, and then you more than likely you won't end up looking at the same things you already watched. So it's just consistently, you're getting fresh with new content every couple of minutes. So then you just never get off the app. And that's how they drag more and more people in, because they just get like lose track of time. They don't have anything better to do, and then they become a follower or a member, whatever it happens to be.
Yep.
It's the casino logic. It's just, you show pretty colors, and then so like on Facebook, that's why notifications are red and not like gray, because if notifications are red or like updates and whatnot, they're eye catching. It's candy to the eye essentially, and then like, oh, I'm gonna click this because this looks important. Red is usually the color of importance. Don't touch the big red button because it's fucking important. It will kill us all. That's why things are colored the way they are. So I mean, it's the way the internet is trying to pull us in, and it's effectively done it. We all have some form of social media. We're all gone. Twitter does that too, I believe. Like, there's new posts. It's just it's perfectly genius to keep someone
I've
on.
reached the end of my Twitter feed before, on a few occasions.
But
Oh.
yeah, so we'll see what happens, and kind of go from there. What's that thing you had on YouTube?
What?
The YouTube advertising?
Oh, the Copa.
Oh yeah.
Basically, you can't make your shit too child friendly, or the FTC will come at you with a $42,000 fine. But also, don't make your shit not family friendly, because YouTube will demonetize you and you won't make money.
But I mean, it is like a step deeper than that though. You can completely avoid the COPPA shit if there's going to be a little switch in your channel now as to where it's either this is for X like 13 under, or this is specifically not for
Oh, yeah,
X over.
I already switched my shit to not family friendly, so ooh, tits and asses all day.
Thanks, Mark, for that information.
I think that's honestly a
welcome.
really good idea, though.
I got a lot of buttons to push, I think. Can you do the whole channel?
Can you do what?
Can you tell the whole channel to?
You could do either you could either do the whole channel or do it by video.
Okay.
Mhm.
I got a lot of buttons to push. Okay. Cool. That is good to know. I seen something pop up there. I just haven't really looked into it yet.
Yep.
Yeah, I just chose by channel because kids really shouldn't be watching my content. No one should watch my
What
content.
is moving on from there? You want to go over your Google Stadia, not Google Stadia, your XCloud link, Mark?
Pretty straightforward. If you are trying to join the xCloud beta, pretty much just Google it. They have a private open beta that you can apply to using your Xbox. Yeah, I mean, it's private, but like they're inviting people to apply for it. So
I already applied.
Not private, but also private. Cool.
yeah, there's like
It's a closed beta.
so if you want to try out xCloud, just Google xCloud beta. You'll find it. It's like the first link.
Nice. Speaking of XCloud, Xbox says they are in talks to make exclusive games specifically for XCloud streaming only.
Dumb.
About Chief.
Xbox already has, obviously, Xbox exclusives, but now they were talking about making XCloud exclusives.
Well,
they lost their
xCloud
only good exclusive.
I don't know.
They're gonna be bringing back Scott Pilgrim. I know it.
That's not exclusive though. That was on PS3.
Yeah, well,
Those facts. But yeah, it's first and third party games. There's not much more than that, other than new content and IPs can take 18 months up to 2 years to develop, especially for an exclusive streaming only game.
Well,
So-
here's the thing. Like, Microsoft already has it, like, fucking gold. Because they're going to integrate the Game Pass games into xCloud. So already it's like, boom, they won. They got
Yep.
it on lock.
Now they're adding even more fuel to the fire by having even more games specifically for the xCloud only.
I
don't
feel
think
like
that's gonna work.
I feel like they're going to be like the B team stuff.
Mhm.
Like, you're not going to get a new Halo game. You're not going to get like a new mainline Halo game. You're going to get like Halo Spartan Assault.
That's probably where like they're gonna end up putting.
What? You
Like-
could have
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, they cut
I'd
out.
imagine that's where they would end up putting like the Halo Wars trilogies and like the games like that, like the RTS shit. That would definitely be a good streaming thing, or like a streaming service only kind of guy.
the next Banjo-Kazooie is only going to be on xCloud.
That'd be
Time to
hilarious.
just yeet everything out the fucking window.
So we'll see if they can do it, but more power to them. Not like they don't
So-
have the money.
Do you guys think PlayStation's really gonna dive into that?
Oh yeah, next generation they probably will. They're
Oh,
probably
yeah.
gonna push the PlayStation now way harder.
Do you think they're
or
gonna?
whatever new iteration
probably
they come
going
up with it for it.
You know what? Also, Nate, talking about PlayStation now, what might be an issue
Hmm.
is that because I use PlayStation now on my computer for the first time,
Okay.
and it was completely seamless, like no
Really?
issues whatsoever.
Okay.
It could be because the fucking PlayStation 4 caps your upload and download. So
Oh.
it could be more of the PlayStation just being a piece of shit.
It's just not like the hardware can't do it.
Yeah.
It's just it doesn't feel like uploading because the PS3 version of
It's just like,
PlayStation
nah,
Now
I don't want
was
to do it.
perfect
Interesting.
Okay.
because it didn't cap anything.
Huh.
That's fair. That makes sense.
But yeah, I think Sony will because as
They were
history
the
has
first to
told
do
us,
it right now. They're the first to make it successful.
Mhm.
as history has said, every other console seems to have won the. So PlayStation 2, Xbox 360, PS4. So if history writes itself, the Xbox will lead in sales. Is that true? Who knows? And if it is, obviously PlayStation needs to do something to bring people back to the PlayStation 5 and releasing a streaming service like xCloud. Why not? So, no one
What they need to
truly
do
kn-
is what Sony needs to do is move over the architecture to the Microsoft Azure platform because they made that deal.
Yep.
And then just better infrastructure. There you go. Boom.
Yeah,
Everything
in the
better.
There you
last
go.
last 20 years, not one console has led 2 generations in a row. So we'll see if history continues on that path or if PlayStation does it. Obviously, we'll have no idea for another year.
I think
But
I don't know, man. I think PlayStation might have it.
We'll see.
Overall right now. I haven't checked the stats in probably like 6 months, but I had the entire argument that like PlayStation sells more and like they are the ones that have actually lasted longer than the Xbox One because they just can't seem to keep sales up, which is why they keep dropping the prices on Xbox Ones and PlayStation stay at $299.
Yep.
Like I've not seen a PlayStation under $250. Period.
Outside of
no.
Black Friday.
I mean, which one have you seen under? Okay, besides like the one with $199 when it was the slim
Yeah.
about like 2 years ago.
This
But-
year is the Slim 199 as well.
I thought it was $250.
I
Or
don't
maybe
remember.
that's the bundle. Anyhow,
But no, we'll see. We shall see. Speaking of PlayStation,
Anyway,
they are teasing a brand new Crash Bandicoot game. Crash Bandicoot, which would be 6, coming out next year.
I
Um,
physically
making it.
don't care what it is. I'm buying it.
Yeah, you can get an Xbox One S for $150 on Amazon.
Yep, right
Yeah.
now you can get that anywhere. You can get it at Best Buy too.
It's
Full
full
digital is.
It's
150.
the digital only version without a disc tray.
Oh,
Oh,
I'd like.
yeah.
I want to quickly talk about that. That's fucking dumb. I hate the all digital. It's the Xbox One sad.
It is.
Yeah, but in
sad.
reality though,
Well, I mean,
hard copies are dying.
Well,
They're not. They
not
are, but they're
Like they're
not.
not dying, but they're in a decline.
but I
I
think
wouldn't
with
even-
I think with the Xbox, it makes more sense because of Game Pass.
Yeah, it's a way for them to market their Game Pass a lot more.
It's
Comes
less
with-
of selling
It's a
the
streaming
system.
console now.
Yeah, it's less of selling the system and more selling Game Pass.
Comes with
But,
3
okay.
free games too.
So theoretically, say your Xbox One S dies, and your parent goes out for Christmas and gets you this, and say for some reason you're automatically outside of like return policy or wherever you went, and now you have all these like discs that you can't use, you can't replay this
Oh yeah, then
game.
you're fucked.
Yeah, you're fine.
Like, it's just it doesn't work for the majority of people. I had to explain to a customer earlier that like
For
if
new
you get
people,
this,
it does who never had
Yeah.
one.
For new people, yeah.
but also like so so this actually works because with that rebuttal this works perfectly is so this customer wanted to get her 9-year-old son an Xbox One Xbox One S, no idea the difference between the two. She's just going out, was sent out by the husband or whatever just to go start picking stuff up. And I made sure they knew, and they ended up going with the normal 1S because you can have a disk drive. And also, the reason to get that is to be able. It's a fucking it's a high-end Blu-ray player, which is why it's an extra
low-end
50
Blu-ray
bucks right now.
player. Low-end
But
4K
still-
Blu-ray player.
A 4K Blu-ray player is still about $100, regardless. And that's going to be it's $100 little port for you. Let them put discs in, watch movies on like decent quality or whatever. If you're like quote unquote like a higher like elitist or whatever, maybe it's low quality to you if you like watch like super 4K movies. But regardless, you have to put into the fact that your 9-year-old is probably gonna hate one of the games when he gets older. He's gonna have a bunch of little old games, and he's not gonna be able to get rid of them. Or they might purchase a game that they just can't stand right off the bat, and now you're fucking stuck, and you just lost $60, period. Because most of the time, it's fucking hell. It took me 3 days to refute an online purchase that I didn't make, that my buddy made, and he didn't know that he paid for it. He just clicked add to cart and then clicked download, and then it went through. He didn't apparently realize that it said use card, and he ended up paying for a game. But so then they're gonna have children that are getting these new consoles and not realizing there's no ability to return them, or if they don't like them, they're just flat out stuck, and now the parent just lost $60 because they're never gonna touch this video game. I feel like that doesn't work, because that's the entire reason for like having discs is to be able to go sell them or trade or whatever you may do, so you can get a different game.
I agree with that. The rumor that the Crash Bandicoot game is going to be called Crash Bandicoot. It is rumored that the official trailer will be played at this year's Video Game Awards.
Crash Bandicoot what?
Worlds.
Okay.
As well as it is rumored that Resident Evil Remake will be coming out late next year.
I don't know about that one, Chief. Probably. I can see it. But I don't know about that one, Chief.
A lot of signs are pointing to what it is, because early next year comes out that Project Resistance, and Capcom is making, according to their blueprints, they are making another remake that will be out the end of next year. And what other game do they remake other than Resident Evil?
I don't know, Devil May Cry, Onimusha. They remade
Maybe.
the first Onimusha game. Boy, that was trash.
It'll be if it does launch next year, it'll be launched on the 20th anniversary of the game. So that'll be kind of cool.
I know Capcom didn't make it, but
Capcom.
someone needs to redo fucking Wrath of I can't remember his name.
Wrath of
The
Cortex.
game where you had to download the DLC to finish the game.
Azura's Wrath.
Yes. I know that Capcom didn't make that, but that needs to be remade because that was a great fucking game without me having to pay to finish it.
Two Nintendo things, really quick. Alien Isolation's coming to the Switch, and Nintendo is rolling out a paid membership for Animal Crossing's Pocket Camp. The membership is $2.99 and $7.99 respectively. The cheaper plan is called the Happy Helper plan. That gives you a caretaker. To help handle some of the more tedious tasks with maintaining your campsite. And then
Pocket
you can...
Camp sucks.
I've never played it, though.
Sucks.
James, an authority on the matter, actually.
You can pick
I
any
am
of the animals that you
Animal
have
Crossing
met
Authority.
to help you fulfill the requests. The more expensive one is called the Cookie and Pot plan. You will be rewarded with 5 free fortune cookies per month.
That's your loot boxes.
And expanded in-game storage space. So, I don't know exactly what that means for the game, but
Basically, you get more you get free loot boxes every month, and you get more.
Yeah, more
Storage
item
space.
spots, yeah. That's funny.
nice. Now let's get into all console news. You guys can go first. Your Saints Row stuff, and then your Half-Life, and then I'll go.
Saints Row, they're working on a new Saints Row game. There you go. No idea when it's coming out. Ace of Mayhem was a disappointment. There you go.
As for Half-Life, Valve announced Half-Life Alyx. It's a prequel happening before the Half-Life series. It's supposed to be coming out in March 2020, and you can pre-order it on Steam for $60. And if you have a Valve Index VR set, you'll get it for free.
Don't
As
you
of right
also
now.
get it at a discount if you pre-purchase it now?
I
thought
don't
you-
know.
I
Maybe.
think you get a discount. I think you get like $5 or $10 off.
Isn't it supposed to be a VR game?
Yeah,
It's
it's a
only VR.
straight up 100% AAA VR game.
Neat. That should
It's
be
gonna
fun.
be pretty wild to see how they do it. I hope they don't fuck it up.
It's
but
I
I don't
know.
know.
it's
Good luck.
surprising. It's surprising that people, that Valve doesn't know this, but people like Half-Life, but they just choose to not release Half-Life. It's shocking, really.
Well,
Where's Half-Life 3?
They really could make a lot of money if
Like-
they were to put
like-
some energy into some titles.
Legitimately, legit. If
I don't
it
think
was
Artifact
any
did that
other
well.
console, if it was any other game franchise where we have waited so goddamn long for the 3rd iteration, people would be shitting all over this game. But because it's Half-Life and people love Half-Life, they're like,
Fucking Valve.
thank God there's another Half-Life game.
Well, I know that they made it in VR because like that's what they wanted to try and envision the, I don't know, gaming as a whole to go. Like they just wanted to try and take advantage of all the technologies that VR gives you. So they're like, let's make as cool of a game as we possibly can using VR technology.
I feel like that's a missed mark though. Like
We'll
definitely
see,
like
it looks fantastic. Not gonna lie.
From
the only-
what I hear, it's an incredible game for the people who've gotten a chance to play it. It's amazing.
I have no doubt in my mind. Like I guarantee it's fucking beautiful.
Like
The
I
problem-
want to be immersed by this shit. It's gonna be
The
great.
thing I'm saying is like, I feel like it's a missed mark for all the people that has not spent $500 on a fucking VR system, because there's tons of fans who don't have VR systems that want to play a new Half-Life game, and they could have made double the money if they would have released it in like normal and VR, or at
But
least
is
like
is that really breaking through the, like making a breakthrough in gaming technology, or is that like keeping the same thing? And then
It's not-
just settling
I don't
into
think
being
VR's
something not as good.
I don't
Big-
look at it, any of VR
I
shit
think
as
the
a
next
break-
What
the next
say?
couple years of VR is gonna be crazy. They got the
Yeah.
they got the
Valve-
portable pieces now. So once they get that mastered, and now they're making them so you wear a hat. You know what I mean? Or like a pair of headphones, and it's like, pew, it look like Data
What-
from Star Trek, like fully immersed in that shit, man. I mean, it's, and then the prices are gonna come down. You know?
Yeah, what Valve is trying to do with this, I think, is to finally make a killer app for VR, a reason to buy a VR. Like that's what this is. It's
Well,
not
how
like,
much?
There's not enough reasons yet.
Yeah, there's no killer app per se for VR. No
What are they-
high budget killer app.
What are they releasing the index at? We don't have price yet.
It's $1,000.
Clearly,
Fucking Christ! That's.
But
I
won't it
don't
also
look at any
work
of that
with-
shit as a breakthrough. That's
No,
way
no,
too
no.
expensive. That's going to be a very select amount of people who are going to be
I
able to.
mean, you can get a
But it'll
Vive
al-
or a Vive Pro or a DK or a DK2, like, or even like an Oculus Go for pretty cheap, and it'll all do the same
Yeah.
thing. It's just
Well,
like
the
and
Go won't do the
trying
same
to
thing.
create a game to showcase their technology.
Yeah, it's
And-
a tech demo that you can buy, pretty much.
Pretty
I,
much.
I don't look at VR as a breakthrough. Just
Well,
in
this
my
is what
opinion.
Valve's doing. So,
Yeah,
it's-
because
We'll
doesn't
see how well it works.
won't Alex also work on with like if you have a Rift or a Vive?
I don't see why not. I would hope
Okay,
so.
so
Otherwise, people
Say
are-
theoretically it doesn't.
So
I'll check the page right now, and it should tell me.
Yeah,
Giant
should.
flop and a half because most people aren't buying $1,000 system.
It's on sale for $54. You can get it.
Okay, there you go.
And it's on Index, HTC Vive, Oculus Rift, and Windows Mixed Reality.
Yeah, so I mean, like the Vive and the Oculus are both relatively, decently priced.
So will it
know.
work on a Rift S?
Yeah.
Because I know that
Well, it
the
doesn't.
two
isn't
things
that the
can't
one they
handle
use
the
for
same thing.
Well,
Huh?
you have to be able to run Steam VR.
Yeah, as long as it can run Steam VR, it should be able to play no problem.
Can the Rift S do Steam VR? Because I know the Go can't.
No, the Go can't because that's its own separate thing.
Mhm.
That's an enclosed ecosystem.
You're an enclosed ecosystem.
Hey, fuck you, buddy.
I appreciate the
You
follow.
can get like a Vive for like
Tide
500 or
Pod,
600
I
bucks.
think you were the one who
Yeah.
That's not bad at all.
just subscribed. Yeah, I appreciate you.
Um,
Not at the moment, homie. Maybe later.
Anything else on this topic before we move to something else?
Not as far as I can think of. I'm excited.
It's gonna be pretty cool.
I'll buy it.
Hmm.
I may not be a
Um,
fan of Half-Life, but hey, a new Half-Life game, cool. People
Oh,
can
it's gonna be
shut
dope.
up about Half-Life.
Jedi Fallen Order released this past week. Raving
I hear
reviews.
it's good. I hear it's real good. Dark
Uh,
Souls / Metroid.
There
Doesn't have loot
is
boxes.
4 difficulties. And I found an article that actually describes the best difficulty to play it on. So there is a story mode. The story
Bitch
mode,
baby casual.
pretty much, parrying time, basically it's maxed out. So someone attacks you, it gives you the most time to parry a combo. Incoming damage is the least, and enemy aggression is the least, meaning that they fight you the less and you get hurt the less. That's basically your
If-
beginner.
If you want to enjoy the story, and that's it.
Jedi Knight is the second to the lowest. Parrying time is about 3/4 up. Incoming damage is about 25%, and enemy aggression is about 40. That is your the mediocre,
Normal.
your normal setting. According to this, Jedi Knight is too forgiving and doesn't provide nearly enough meaningful challenge. Well, according to this article, it recommends that you do Jedi Master. Jedi Master is the second hardest difficulty. Everything is set at 50%. Parrying, timing, incoming damage, and enemy aggression is all 50%, so it's all the same. They say that gives you fast pace elements for your first run through. It gives you basically the full experience of the game. It tells you to avoid story mode at all costs. So you can at least get a little bit of thrills from the game, because supposedly if you play that mode, you're not gonna get anything. And then Jedi Grand Master is the hard difficulty. You
Fit for
have
Dark Souls.
5% parrying time. You have 100% incoming damage and 100% enemy aggression.
If you like Dark Souls, that's the level to play on. That's difficulty.
So essentially, you have half a second to respond to their attacks, and they come at you full force, non-stop, balls to the wall fighting. It is quite challenging, but for people who are wanting to experience the game at its fullest, they said that is for you. So for those who are looking to play it, Jedi Master, they said, is the mode you want to play the game on. So I haven't played. I've seen people play it, and
I'll play as
looks
baby
great.
casual first.
I don't think I would do story mode. From the looks of it, like literally, story mode, it's 100% parrying time. Incoming damage is 10%. Enemy aggression is 10%. So
Yeah, you
essentially, they ignore you the whole time.
The
You
entire
just
concept is to
autopilot
get to the
entire
story.
time. Yeah, I mean it's different for everyone.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's
I'd probably do like the second difficulty. Just
Yeah.
to play the first time.
I think I would want some of the interaction between the stormtroopers, though, not just to have them ignore you the whole time. That's the only thing. So.
I mean, I'm sure you can go out and like if you decide to fight them, you 100% can.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
you definitely can. But the other modes, they actually will spot you. In that mode, they do not. Like if you're trying to be sneaky, and stay along like the borders and stuff, they can't find you. They won't look for you. In the other modes, they do. Supposedly in Grandmaster, if you make any like remote sound, they immediately start shooting at you.
Fuck that.
There's the Jedi. Fortnite is doing an in-game event on this weekend. It is called the Fishing Frenzy.
Fishing frenzy. Wow.
Well, they will send you an actual trophy to your house for fishing in the game.
That's funny.
There
alright.
is 4 trophies you can win. The top angler, catch the most fish in a single game. Small fry champion, catch the most small fish during the entire event from the 24th to the 26th. Actually starts today.
No. Wow.
Flopper champion, catch the most floppers in the whole event. Serp fish champion, so basically it's you eat it, you get shield. Catch those and you get an actual trophy sent to your house.
That's cool.
Yeah, and it's actually I'll post it in Discord, but it is a legit metal trophy with a fish on it.
Nice. I could dig it.
So it'll keep track, and it goes off the address they will message you, basically verifying your address. That's the trophy.
That's pretty cool.
They just want to find where everyone lives.
Pretty much.
So Tencent can send you mails.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of a little cool end game thing. As well as PUBG.
Holy shit, PUBG.
Yeah. They will no
Relevant?
longer have paid loot boxes.
Hey.
PUBG Loot Station is getting some big changes. They were removing locked crates from random drop pools, as well as you can no longer purchase random crates in PUBG. So
Good for them.
essentially, they're getting they are getting with the times of the loot crates. So they said they have no intentions of fully removing the loot game, but you can no longer pay for them.
I like that. That's fine.
If you find a crate in the game, it'll require a key. And then you have to find
pay
that
for the
key and
key?
unlock it. Yeah, you have to pay for the key.
Fucking
Oh, geez, fuck
bullshit.
that.
Okay,
That's
so it's
different.
Counter Strike. So it's Counter Strike.
So,
Here's a crate, but now you gotta buy a key. Fucking, it's Counter Strike and goddamn Rocket League.
Yep.
It's so dumb.
what are those other two links that you had? One was Hitman, I think, Mark. The
Yeah.
Steam community. It doesn't actually say what they are. Just
Yeah,
gives me the
one-
numbers.
One of them was Hitman, the other one was Rocket League.
Talk about those.
I think you already talked about the Rocket League one.
I didn't talk about Rocket League.
Oh, well, they are introducing their Rocket Pass 5, which is pretty much their newest season. TLDR, the biggest changes that they're doing is instead of items being dropped, they're now dropping blueprints and like crafting items. So if you get enough keys and items, then you're able to convert it to their new in-game currency called credit, and then credits can be used to build blueprints, buy items from the shop, or upgrade to a Rocket Premium Pass. So
Nice.
some other way to make money. Yeah, I'm not too happy about it, but
I mean,
guess see how it goes.
How would that be a new way to make money?
It's another step to make money, so you have to buy the crafting components if you want to, or you have to buy the blueprints if you want to.
But
and
you can
then
like go
you have
through and
to-
use in-game
then you have to
currency and like find it.
convert those to blueprints and then get the item from it. Like, it's a process, so like you're spending money 2 times instead of just once.
But like you said, if you like craft points, you can end up getting a Rocket Pass Premium, which is usually about $10 to begin with. So if you just grind, you'd be able to not spend money.
Yeah.
Well,
And, like,
Then
it's-
you also
it's
have to
kinda
use you have to use those credits to earn items as well. So
Yeah,
to
that's true.
Yeah.
get those blueprints as well as to build the items. So
It's kind of like Warframe, where you could spend tens of hundreds of hours trying to farm this equipment, or you could just buy the frame.
yeah,
I
you could
love
pay,
Weight
like,
Frame.
$3 for it.
Yeah. Except
War
Warframe's
Farm's a
like
pretty good
$100.
game.
I love Warframe.
So
I
Rocket
also
League
enjoy
might
the
be
War
like that
Farm.
pretty soon. Instead of just getting items, you get components, and then you gotta put those things into something else that you buy and earn.
I mean, I'm sure they still have drops, be able to open crates and whatnot, and still obtain your items. I
You
can't
hope so.
imagine. I can't imagine they'd change the entirety of. Then the other thing that ends up making other people money as well would completely go away.
Mhm.
Because like there's a giant community of just strictly, hey, PayPal me this and I'll trade you, and like that gets more people involved in the game as well. It's a whole community built around all that,
Yeah, so it
trading
looks
keys
like
and whatnot.
it looks like this replaces your current loot crate system in Rocket League. So,
Okay.
like,
I've never really played it, so I can't really say.
It's
I don't-
fun.
I felt they did loot crates pretty well because they're like, these are the 30 or so items that could be in it, and no other game really did that. I think Battlefront 2 or something did that after they had to, but that
It's
was
like
probably my
roulette.
favorite part about it. Yeah.
There it is.
Overwatch did that in China because they had to. They legally had to.
Yeah.
I think they're just trying to get ahead of the curve before that legislation passes where it bans all loot crates.
Mhm.
It's still being worked on, and the government hasn't passed yet. But
Yeah, this is
gonna
a
happen.
solid way to circumvent it.
Yeah. So it's still being worked on. If it actually will pass, who
And then the last thing that I have was the Hitman 2 November update. IO's back at it again, releasing a really solid month of content. Releasing 10 feature contracts, 8 escalation contracts, 6 challenge packs, 5 item unlocks, 2 suit unlocks, and a legacy elusive target. So around 20 pieces of mission content. And
Like they've been doing a banger job of.
yeah, they're releasing like one thing
keeping that
every
game
week.
up to date.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. It's still up to date. Like, there's so much stuff going on there. They do, I think it's weekly or bi-weekly elusive targets. So, still things that you can compete worldwide against everyone.
Nice.
So, really solid game, and they're still keeping up to it.
Shit.
Good for them.
Well, next little category we have the game actually, just the game of 2019, is December 12th, and they have released their nominees for every category. Let's talk about it.
All right. Do you want me to go through them? Because I got the link up right now.
Have at it.
Thursday, December 12th. And make sure if you go to is it videogameawards.com?
Yep.
You can vote.
Oh, fuck. There's a lot.
Yeah, there's a shit ton.
And there's a shit ton.
Let's get through them,
All right.
and we'll talk
So-
about it after.
All right. So, do you want to do game of the year and then go down to VR/AR game, or AR/VR game up to game of the year?
Start with game of the year. It's fine.
All right. Game of the year, we got Control, Death Stranding, RE2 Remake, Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, or The Outer Worlds.
What's Control?
Control is the game by Remedy, the people that
Part of
made
the
Alan
Quantum
Wake.
Break series.
Yeah.
I see that a
Um,
bunch, but I don't know what it was.
Action game of the year. There's Fuck off. Apex Legends, Astro Chain, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Devil May Cry 5, Gears 5, and Metro Exodus. Action/adventure game of the year. Oh wait, no. Yeah, action/adventure game.
It's a different category.
Yep, Borderlands 3, Control, Death Stranding, RE2 Remake, Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening, and Sekiro. We have Art Direction, presented by Samsung QLED. Control, Death Stranding, Grease, Sayonara Wild Hearts, which I hear is fantastic,
That's a
Sekiro
good
Shadows
game.
Died Twice, and Link's Awakening. Then we have Audio Design. We have Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Control, Death Stranding, Gears 5, RE2, and Sekiro. Community support. So, recognizing a game for outstanding community support, transparency, and
76.
responsiveness. Surprisingly, no.
Top A grade.
Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, and Rainbow Six Siege. Content Creator of the Year. You have Courage, Dr. Lupo, Ewok, Garefig, and Shroud. Esports Coach of the Year.
I have no idea saying
Eric
those names.
Adrian Haug from he's the CS:GO coach for Team Liquid. Nuri Kane Jang. He is the Team Liquid League of Legends coach. Fabian Grabs Lohman. He is the G2 Esports League of Legends coach. Kim Jong-un. He is the TK Telecom League of Legends coach. The OC. The OC Dota 2 coach. I don't even want to try to say his name. Danny Zonic Sorensen. He is the CS:GO coach for Astralis. Then we have Esports Event of the Year. We have the 2019 Overwatch League Grand Finals, EVO 2019, Fortnite World Cup, IEM Katowice 2019, whatever the hell that is. We have the League of Legends World Championship 2019 and the Invitational 2019. Esports Game of the Year. We have Counter-Strike Go, Dota 2, Fortnite, League of Legends, and Overwatch. Esports hosts. You have fuck that name.
Just skip that one. 'Cause that
Yeah,
one's-
you have a bunch of people, including my boy Golden Boy. Fucking great FGC commentator. Esports player. Booga, Faker from League of Legends. Faker.
Perks.
Perks. Oh, okay, sure. League of Legends. Simple from CS:GO, and Sinatra from Overwatch. Sinatra with 2 A's. Esports team. You have Astralis, G2 Sports, OG, San Francisco Shock, and Team Liquid. Family Game of the Year. You have Luigi's Mansion 3, Ring Fit Adventure, Super Mario Maker 2, Smash Bros. Ultimate, Yoshi's Crafted World. Hey, guess what? These are all Switch exclusives. Fighting Game of the Year. You have DOA 6. Why the fuck is Jump Force on here? Mortal Kombat 11, Sam Show, and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. What fresh indie game? The fuck is presented by Subway? Oh, indie game of the year. Nomada Studios. The fuck is this? Oh, it's an independent studio. Okay. Dead Toast Entertainment. Mobus Digital for okay, so Zoom for Disco Elysium, Nomad Studios for Greece, Dead Toast Entertainment for my friend Pedro, Mobus Digital for Outer Wilds, Mega Crit for Slay the Spire, and House for Untitled Goose Game.
That doesn't win me riot.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking riot. I'm gonna riot like whenever LA wins the NBA championships. What games? Game direction. You have Control, Death Stranding, RE2, Sekiro, and Outer Wilds. I see a theme going on here.
Yeah.
Games for impact. For a thought-provoking game with pro-social meaning or message. You have Concrete Genie, Grease, Kind Words, Life is Strange 2, and Sea of Solitude. Independent Game of the Year. You have Baba Is You, Disco Elysium, Katana Zero, Outer Wilds, Untitled Goose. Here comes the mischievous goose. Mobile Game of the Year. You have Call of Duty Mobile, Grindstone, Sayonara Wild Hearts, Sky, Children of Light, and What the Golf. Multiplayer Game of the Year. Apex, Borderlands 3, Modern Warfare, Tetris 99, hell yeah, and Tom Clancy's Division 2. It's not going to win, but I hope Tetris 99 wins. Narrative, you have A Plague Tale, Innocence, Control, Death Stranding, Disco Elysium, and The Outer Worlds. Ongoing game. Word to a game that's outstanding development of ongoing content that evolves player experience over time. You have Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, and Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege. Performance. Awarded to an individual for voice acting, motion, and or performance capture. You have Ashley Birch from The Outer Worlds, who plays Pavardi. Courtney Hope as Jesse Faden from Control. Laura Bailey from Gears 5 playing as Kate. My boy Mads Mikkelsen as Cliff from Death Stranding. Matthew Porretta as Casper Darling from Control. And Norman Reedus for his performance in The Funky Fetus. Role-playing Game of the Year. Disco Elysium, FF14, Why Kingdom Hearts 3's Here I'll Never Know, Monster Hunter World Iceborne, and The Outer Worlds.
It's an RPG.
Yeah, but it's not good. Score/music. Cadence of Hyrule, Death Stranding, Devil May Cry 5, Kingdom Hearts 3, and Sayonara Wild Hearts. Sports/racing game. You have Crash Team Racing Nitro Refueled, Dirt Rally 2.0, Pro Evolution eFootball Pro Evolution Soccer 2020, F1 19, and FIFA 20. Strategy game of the year. You have Age of Wonders Planetfall, Anno 1800, yeah, Fire Emblem 3 Houses, Total War 3 Kingdoms, Tropico 6, and Wargroove. And then finally, the last thing is VR/AR game. You have Asgard's Wrath, Blood and Truth. That's interesting to see a PSVR game on here. Beat Saber, No Man's Sky, and Trover Saves the Universe.
Nice. I'm just gonna pick some random ass categories.
Wow,
Here.
Sekiro. RE2 Remake and Death Stranding was on there, and Control was on there a lot.
They have the most. Control, Death Stranding, Super Smash, RE2, and Sekiro in the Outer Worlds come out on top for the most nominated. So let's talk Game of the Year. Control, Death Stranding, Super Smash, RE2, Sekiro, or the Outer Worlds. Who wins and why?
Death Stranding.
Death Stranding.
From narrative to gameplay to performance to music and how it
To
all comes together.
conversation provoking. Like
Conversation
RE2 already
provoking.
won one time, though. Do you think it can do it again?
Not for this.
I don't think Death Stranding was nominated in the last one.
No, because it just came out
It's true.
when that was out. RE2 remake is fantastic. It is one of the best survival horror games of all time.
I don't
But
really
is it
get
game of
Ultimate.
the year though.
No, I don't really get Ultimate because it's the same game, just more characters. But
It
whatever, I
also
guess.
all right. So, if we want to look at it from more professional standpoint, it changes a lot. If you're looking at pro, like Smash Bros. Players,
Yeah.
it's completely different than Brawl or Melee. Completely, or even like Smash 4, it's different. The fact that they were able to get everyone. For the fact that they were able to get Banjo in this is incredible.
Yeah, that's true.
I can see, other than like, I've never played Control and I didn't play Sekiro. I hear Sekiro is all right. It's probably the weakest of the FromSoft games.
I've seen the graphics. The graphics look phenomenal.
That doesn't make a game though.
No, I know. I'm just saying it looks good though.
But I could easily make a case for Outer Worlds, RE2 Remake, Smash Bros. Ultimate, and Death Stranding. I can easily make an argument for all four of those games on why they should be Game of the Year.
I personally have no opinion on this because I haven't played any of the games besides Outworlds, and I didn't get far enough. I mean, realistically, Outer Worlds just feels like another Fallout game.
But good. Like really
what
good.
about
It's
Fallout
a really
could
good
be?
Fallout. Yeah, it's a really good Fallout game.
Another one I think we all can have an opinion on: best ongoing game. Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, and Rainbow Six Siege.
Oh, FF14.
I think Fortnite.
See,
FF
Destiny 2.
Oh, Destiny 2. Yeah, I can make a case for FF14 and Destiny 2.
Siege. That's my impression.
Like
Guess I haven't
Siege, they
played
have
it that
changed
much,
a lot.
yeah.
Yeah, it has
But-
changed a lot, but
Do you take in consideration what Fortnite did with the black hole and stuff? Like how many?
14
Like that.
did that already. FF14 did that.
That was the
True.
complete reboot of the video game was already done,
Yeah, and same
and
with Destiny
Apex
2.
did it before Fortnite, so there's that.
Yeah,
Then-
but like Destiny 2 going completely free to play and
That's also
breaking
true.
the shackles of Activision, completely changed everything.
So then continuing on with that, because it's the same exact games for best community support: Apex, Destiny, Final Fantasy, Fortnite, or Rainbow Six Siege. Who has the best? I would have to say
Uh,
Fortnite because they're the most watched. Doesn't necessarily
No,
mean they're
that
the biggest
doesn't mean it.
community.
That has
doesn't mean
nothing to
shit.
do with community.
Yeah.
Support.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'd say
basically
Siege.
your community leaders, your community support when you're in the forums. Again, I would probably say 14.
14's definitely up there. I don't know, Siege, like, they've listened to their audience a lot
yeah.
as well. And like they've been able to fully redesign how you can play the game. It's still gonna be like you actually have to focus recoil, but they've also listened that a lot of things were broken. And Fortnite hasn't changed anything besides nerfing guns that actually mattered and locking guns away that actually mattered. And they don't listen. They just like they'll listen a little bit here and there, but they still have the exact same things they've been doing since season 1. They haven't physically done anything innovative to change the game. Besides the first time someone was made to wait 3 days to play a fucking video game.
Sounds like Fallout 76.
Best action game: Apex Legends, Call of Duty, Devil May Cry 5, Gears 5, Metroid Exodus.
DMC
The only ones that belong in that category, like, so
well,
if since
Astro's Tane.
Oh, Astro Chain, yeah, sorry.
since you led with the 2 FPSs, if we're gonna consider those action games, because I feel like that should be FPS should be its own category in general.
Yeah.
But if we're gonna lead with that, the only options you have is, in my opinion at least, is Apex or Call of Duty. If you want to do like semi-roleplay kind of games, because that's what DMC is, and DMC is fucking fantastic, but like that's more of a story-based game instead of a just straight-up action game.
I don't know about that one, Chief.
Why?
Because story takes a back place in Devil May Cry 5 especially. It is straight balls to the wall action throughout the entire thing. Like it's action first, story second.
But like, you're still playing a linear game though, correct? Mind you, I played last
yeah.
one I played was 4. But
Yeah, no,
as far
it's
as
still-
I know,
It's still a linear thing. But then same thing with like Modern Warfare. You know, that's still a linear experience.
say we're not talking story though. Say we're talking about like just straight up action game, like multiplayer and all that. Because at that point, Apex shouldn't be in that at all then, because it's only multiplayer.
Yeah.
So like
Like-
that'd be
In my opinion,
Mhm.
Apex, Modern Warfare, Gears 5, and Metro Exodus should not be on this.
I definitely agree with Gears.
But like Call of Duty, Apex. Okay, I can see Metro Exodus and Gears. All right, I'll give you those two. But Call of Duty and Apex Legends should be on a completely separate shooter list.
Yeah, that's why I don't
They
think
sh-
those should.
Best action / adventure: Borderlands 3, Control, Death Stranding, RE2, Link's Awakening, or Sekiro.
So I'm gonna say Borderlands, and I know James is definitely with Death Stranding, or maybe he won't because of what I'm gonna say. But as far as I know, from what I've been explained and a little bit of what I've watched, it's not balls to the wall like action all the time. There's a lot of adventure, and there's a lot of because like how he's explained it is it's the core of your simulator.
Yeah.
As far as I know, there's not a ton of I'm gonna fight things all the time and have.
This is action adventure though.
I mean, if you want like action adventure, I feel Borderlands would take the cake because that's what they've been doing since 1. And like, regardless of personal feelings, they've done it extremely successfully to the point where their fans was like, you gotta make another one. You have to make a fucking another one because like it's a full blown open world action adventure game. And I mind you, yes, Death Stranding is, and I haven't played it, so if I play it, my opinion could completely change. But with just how much people have said that it's not a lot of interaction with other things
I think
too often, because if you walk into the wrong place almost any time, you have to go into an entire fucking onslaught battle in Borderlands.
Pretty much, yeah.
I would say probably Borderlands 3 than that one.
Death Stranding actively does not want you to fight.
Yeah.
Like it wants you to take it wants you to be a Metal Gear game. It
Yeah,
wants you
okay.
to play Metal Gear Solid 3 or Metal Gear Solid 5, which was an action adventure game.
I only have 2 more if someone wants to add other things they can, but best RPG: Disco Asylum, Final Fantasy 14, Kingdom Hearts
14.
3, Monster Hunter, or The Outer Worlds.
14.
I honestly
Oh,
haven't
no,
played
I
any
swore.
of those.
Yeah, that's the hard thing because like I feel like I'm the only one
Haven't
that
you played
plays all
14,
the-
Schroeder? Final Fantasy 14. I thought you did.
Are
only
we
one.
really? So you did say just RPG. So are we really going to
Yeah.
count an RPG, which is I would argue is completely different than a base RPG?
It is, but there isn't really a best MMO. MMOs are so like not popular anymore. It's
Yeah,
not like there's an
World of
MMO
Warcraft's not
releasing.
nominated at all.
Yeah, it's not like an MMO is being released every month.
Right.
Big name MMO anymore. This is in the
Yeah,
mid 2000s.
Yeah,
It
but it's
fucking
not
should
nominated
be.
at all. Nope, there's no World of Warcraft. That's really the only MMO is Final Fantasy 14. No, there's no
Yeah.
other ones.
No.
Last.
Because it's great.
Well, before you move on,
okay.
I want to hear the argument for Iceborne. I'm very curious. Like, I definitely agree.
I mean, it takes
RPG, but
a fantastic game that is Monster Hunter. Not really an RPG in the sense of an RPG.
yeah,
It's more of like an action game.
it's also like an action. I don't know exactly what the correct term would be. Maybe you do, but it's heavily based around grinding.
Yeah.
Like the entire concept is to grind for better gear to move on to the next story and then do it again and then again,
Parts
which
of
I still
14
love.
would be the same concept.
Part you would advance as Monster Hunter is you either play by yourself or you play with 4 people and then you just grind your fucking days away, which is
Yeah.
how most people have like thousands of hours in a game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's not uncommon to spend, 20 hours fighting the same monster over and over
Yeah.
again just to finish one piece of armor.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Is there an actual genre for that kind of game?
Not really.
Okay.
Not really.
So
It
the
would
last
consist
one
of
I
that
have.
and Warframe. That's it.
Mhm.
Monster Hunter and Warframe. That's it.
Yeah, pretty much. The last one I have, best multiplayer game, Apex, Borderlands 3, Call of Duty, Tetris 99, and The Division.
Well, you know my answer.
I
You're gonna
say
say
The Division.
Tetris. The Division's garbage again, and I'm upset.
Like that game had a huge follow. Yeah, Modern
Did it,
Warfare.
though?
When it first came out, it was huge, and it kind
fell
of
off
died
within
down.
the first week.
Well, it did, but I'm like, when you look at it, like coming out of the gate, it was phenomenal.
But no,
and then it
okay,
died.
so numbers wise, yes, but I want to see longevity strictly due to the fact that it had the exact same fucking problems the first game did. Because as much as I love Ubisoft, they can't fucking make a game right the first time.
Nope.
Especially a multiplayer game. Like, fucking personally, like, I don't know if anyone played Wildlands, but that was a couple of years ago. But that game was garbage until like the 5th update. Is you could not play that game by yourself because everything is massively overpowered, or everything that you have is underpowered. Like,
But
you walk in with a
honestly-
shotgun, if you don't get one shot off, you're dead.
It'll honestly probably be Call of Duty.
Oh yeah,
Um,
probably.
That is now the best-selling game of the year, so not that matters, but I feel like it probably will be Call of Duty.
And like, contrary to like the whole, well, Call of Duty has a bunch of campers and whatnot. Like, yeah, that's annoying, but like, that game really did kind of bring everyone who decided they didn't like Call of Duty anymore right back fucking.
It
into
brought it.
And
It brought it back to its roots.
yeah, it breathed new life into the franchise again, and it feels just like the old Call of Duties, but also new. If that makes sense. Like, it feels like you're doing something a little different, and things feel a little bit more like expanded upon as like the terms of multiplayer. Because if you don't just play all the rounds with a bunch of fucking camping bastards with 725s, it's actually a really good game, and it doesn't feel just like a normal war original. The original Modern Warfare is like 1, 2, and 3.
That's all I got. Mark, do you want to go over your mobile stuff?
Yeah, it should be pretty straightforward. Verizon and Snapchat have recently had a deal together as a part of their joint effort, so they're going to be preloading Snapchat onto Verizon phones.
More bloatware.
Yeah, beyond that, I don't know too much, but apparently it's something that they're gonna end up doing pretty soon. So,
Isn't that on 4G, 5G phones though? Isn't that what they were saying?
Yeah, I believe so.
Just when I clicked the thing, I saw something to do with 5G, which is only asking.
Yeah, they're talking about how Snap has been working with Verizon's 5G labs
Okay.
to build augmented reality experiences for live events in Verizon marketing activations apparently. So it doesn't really say that they're specifically sending it to 5G devices, but they have been
Okay.
working together. And they're gonna. Oh yeah, it says Verizon will start preloading Snapchat on some of its 5G phones.
Okay.
So looks like specifically the 5G ones, just to see how the, I don't know, augmented reality glasses work.
Interesting.
And the last thing is pretty small. Apple takes off customer reviews off of their online store. So if you go onto Apple's store and try and buy a MacBook, you can't see reviews anymore. Gotta go
So-
somewhere else.
That's kinda
When
sketchy.
I clicked it, I could have
like
just
that.
misread it. But isn't it the video reviews? Isn't there basic comments though, or is those gone too?
I believe it's all comments
Okay.
and review systems. Let me check, but I believe it's all gone now.
Interesting.
You just have to trust that Apple makes perfection.
Yeah, if you're on
I mean-
Apple's website to buy a product, you don't need the reviews to tell you not to, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah,
To
true.
be
I mean,
fair-
really, yeah.
To
And,
be
like,
fair,
I'm probably gonna be the only one to defend it because I defend Apple, even though they don't need it. I just, if you're
Yeah,
gonna
there's no
buy an Apple
reviews at all.
product, you know exactly what you're gonna get every
Oh,
single
yeah.
time. You're gonna
Yeah.
get a product that works. You're going to, if you buy the product, I was about to get into that, sort of. Like, if you're gonna buy the product when it first comes out, you're gonna get a product that probably works sometimes. But also that goes back into my whole thing of I think you should purchase a product when it first comes out. Obviously, people are going to, like reviewers and whatnot, but that's their job is to find the problems with it, then go purchase the product. Because I can't tell you how many iPhone 11 Pros came fucking back not working because you bought it on launch day. I don't think that's. I mean, yes, theoretically, you should release a product that works perfectly the first time, but bugs exist.
Oh yeah.
Nothing is perfect when it first gets released for the most part, and I'm kind of contradicting myself from what I had argued with 76 in the last stream. But when it comes to technology like that you're spending $1,000 on, you should probably hang back and watch the people who have their jobs around. This is what's wrong, this is what needs fixed. And Apple usually is pretty good about, okay, quick snap, it's done, we fix that problem. At least that's what that's how I see it.
yeah, you'd hope so. The example that they used in this article, they had the Apple Pencil that only had 3 stars, and then you go down the reviews and they're all just like, yeah, this is shit, don't buy it, that sort of thing.
Okay.
So pretty much
Is
all
it,
star reviews and user reviews are gone from their product pages.
Last but not least, we talk about him quite often. As an entrepreneur, an amazing man, a genius.
Meme lord.
Elon Musk,
King
uh,
Weeb Elon.
CEO
Left.
of Tulsa,
Tesla.
Tesla. Sorry,
Tulsa,
not Tulsa.
Oklahoma.
The
Exactly.
good old
I was
Tulsa.
sorry. I was
You're still
reading
thinking
something
about
on
our
my.
live PD talk,
I
right?
am. Yeah. Sorry. Tesla. Sorry.
He owns a fucking state.
Tesla.
A city, a state.
So,
He announced.
Yeah.
He
Go ahead,
announced the PlayStation 1 car.
Exactly.
So
Yo, I
Tesla
fucking-
announced
64
their Teslas.
polygons.
So Tesla announced their Tesla Cybertruck, which is an all-electric battery-powered light commercial vehicle, and they released 3 models, where all of them are going to range from 250 to 500 miles with an estimated 0 to 60 miles an hour in 2.9 to 6.5 seconds, depending
It's
on which
fucking
model you
impressive
get.
for a truck.
That is.
And the base rear-wheel drive model starts at $39.90, and the all-wheel drive starts at $49,000.
Which in
Which
reality is
honestly
not
isn't
that
bad.
bad.
No.
But they're already saying there's no way it's gonna compete with actual truck owners.
Oh no.
I don't know
the-
about that, Chief.
That's why they had to make it different, like why they
Yeah.
made all the angles, so
This-
people are actually going to talk about it.
Yeah.
I feel like this is going to be more for like commercial.
You're-
grade, like
you're-
city-wide commercial grade.
Yeah,
Dude,
but you're ranch dude in the middle of Texas that fucking spits
Fucking-
tobacco isn't gonna buy this.
That's not who it's for, though.
Imagine
that's what I'm
getting
saying.
pulled over by a fucking Cybertruck. I would be shit myself. Like,
Fucking
that
Skynet's
thing is
now.
scary. Like that thing is
Um,
huge. Like they
yeah,
drove
it
it on
is.
the road. It is massive.
It's
a
Absolute units.
It's an
supposedly
absolute-
there was some oops. It was obviously all stainless steel with indestructible windows. Smacked the window once, and it shattered. He said during the press conference that that was not supposed to happen. That they threw everything in literally a sink at the window. It did not crack. He taps it once and it breaks.
So
Some are
if you-
speculating that it was broke on purpose, and that so they can come back and say that, see, look, now we fixed it. Now it's perfection."
Now it's even better.
Say if you look at some of the videos that Elon had posted or reposted on Twitter, there's a dude throwing a probably I'd say about 5 or 10 pound steel ball.
It's a
Straight out the window.
baseball-sized steel ball.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it just bounces right off. Like it's
Um,
literally perfectly fine. It's
and if
I honestly it probably was like pre-broken, or I mind you, nothing is bulletproof or indestructible. If you throw things enough, eventually it'll crack. So
I
it
think-
could have been the model that already had things thrown at it.
Yeah, it's rumored that it was the model that they've tested for months,
Mhm.
about pounding on the windows, and it's the same exact model, and they never tested it beforehand, and it just basically the integrity of the window was shit
Yeah.
at this point. So he hit it once and it broke.
Because that's one thing that people don't notice about like cell phones. Drop your cell phone off, crack until the time you drop it too many times, because micro cracks happen no matter what.
Yep.
They'll eventually turn into a spider web and just go away.
Yeah.
As of 3:07 this afternoon, or yesterday for you guys, 187,000 people put down deposits on this truck.
If I had the money to drop, I would. It's only $100.
Yep,
$100 deposit.
That's
It's a
not
$100
bad.
deposit
Mm-mm.
compared to the $1,000 you need for the model.
So they already made like, was it 1.4 million dollars from that?
Yeah.
Or,
They are saying that they obviously will end up giving refunds to a lot of customers who lose interest by the time it releases. But if the majority, they expect more than half will obviously keep their deposit and buy the truck.
I know people who are going to end up actually buying the truck. Like one of the people that we used to work with, who is now working for Apple, has plans on getting it.
if I could, I
uh,
would.
My buddy, my buddy who's down in Florida, or no, he's in North Carolina. He put the down payment on it, and he put more than just the down payment on it. I don't remember exactly, but it was a little over $1,000, just to make sure, like, yeah, I'm gonna buy this. I already put this amount into it. I might as well. And he doesn't currently have a car, so he's gonna make that, and he's just gonna call it a day.
I've always wanted a truck, but my dream truck was always the Ford F-150, so I can't go
Ford
back on that.
F-150 Super Cab.
And I was always
Yeah,
always
but
said I
does
was gonna
this-
get a truck, but that will be the one I get.
The greatest thing about this is someone modded that into Death Stranding already.
Nice.
And they
Awesome.
said
It looks like it belongs there.
Yeah, it
And
does.
they also rumored that do not be surprised if it doesn't show up in Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah,
Everyone's
I read
right.
that.
As
Mhm.
supposedly Elon Musk is like a secret producer of the game, and that it's rumored that that will be integrated into the game. So we'll see.
So you can Cybertrunk your Cybertruck, so you can get your Cyber fill, because you like cyber shit.
I'm surprised Elon Musk was not in Death Stranding.
Yeah.
I am actually surprised and a little disappointed.
Conan O'Brien.
He's actually
was
the
for
dude
some
behind the
reason.
mask.
Conan O'Brien, the senior editor of Famitsu, Jeff Keighley,
What the hell is there? Train tracks by me. There's a train going. Here, the train siren. What the fuck? Sorry.
the head of some Canadian fashion brand is in Death Stranding. And everyone is here. Fuck Smash
We'll
Bros.
see. We'll see what
You
happens.
you haven't seen the guy behind the mask yet, correct?
Who? Die Hardman or
Yeah.
the other guy, Higgs?
Die Hardman.
No, I haven't seen him.
Maybe it's Elon.
No, it's not. He's black.
Oh, okay.
Could be Elon.
Could be Elon.
Die Hardman is black.
Takes mask off is Elon.
I've never seen Elon without his clothes on, so can't prove it.
Random pieces of news. Marshmello won the favorite EDM artist of the year.
Oh, good.
Hell yeah.
Bohemian Rhapsody, Queen won best soundtrack,
Good.
and Taylor Swift won artist of the year. For
Of course
those who
she did.
care. Taylor Swift won 5 awards.
She still makes music.
Mhm.
Yeah, she just
She
released
has an
a new
entire
album.
album that came out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
She won 1. Well, let me go up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, 5 awards at the AMAs. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, we have an early podcast.
Wait.
Only 2.5 hours. Unless
Wait.
anyone has anything else that they want to add to make it 3 hours, so we don't
Wait.
disappoint our employees.
Wait.
Not our employees.
Our employees? These
Yeah.
people do not work for us.
They do work for us. You are being manipulated into listening to this 3.5 hours every single week. I'm just kidding. I love you guys. You're not employees. We are employed to you.
Exactly. But wait, we forgot something.
Releases.
Exactly. So, what is coming out from November 25th to
Oh yeah, and it's also
November 30th?
you have Black Friday special. You would like to
Oh, yeah.
talk? We'll do it after releases. Go ahead.
All right. So, Gas Guzzlers Extreme
my favorite.
comes out on the 26th. Pine
Sounds like a
comes out on the
porno.
yeah. Pine comes out on the 26th for the Switch. Gris comes out on the PS4 on the 26th. Monster
Gris.
Jam Steel Titans comes out on the
Stainless
Switch.
steel.
Yeah. SD Gundam G Generation. Hold on, wait. SD Gundam G Generation Cross Rays comes out on the Switch, or is it the PC or Switch? I thought I saw Switch. Comes out on the 27th, maybe, if releases will fucking load.
Bum-ba-bum.
There we go. PC on the 27th. Trover Saves the Universe comes out on the Switch on the 28th. Weekless comes out on the PC and Xbone on the 29th. Where the Water Tastes Like Wine comes out on the 29th. It doesn't have a thing, so that's cool. It's not coming out ever.
It's a game for Jesus.
Blaster Master 02 comes out on the PC on the 29th. That's the release.
Boom.
Nice.
Really quick, some Black Friday specials for those who are looking to go shopping. I have 3. Best Buy. If you are lucky enough to be one of the first in line, as they probably only have like 10. It's a $200 58 Insignia Fire Edition TV with a free Echo Dot.
Wow.
Which actually is not that bad for a 58-inch TV. TV-wise, I looked pretty much at every store. That's probably the best deal for that size, at least. The Xbox One S digital, you can buy it now, is $150 everywhere. And then if you are looking to start GoProing, you can get the GoPro 8 bundle edition, where it comes with the headgear, the selfie cam, and another piece for $350. It's usually
It's
a
not bad.
$500 bundle. So I
I'm
know a lot of
assuming
people.
that's the base model.
Probably.
Probably the silver.
I forgot to look down that part. Give me 1 second. What do you got, Mark? I know you had some.
I just have a TV from Walmart. You can get a good old 40-inch generic 2K 1080p smart TV for $98. Great for
Nice.
college and stuff.
It's actually not bad at all. It's the black edition, 4K.
Oh,
That's interesting. That's 4K at 60. That's great.
yeah.
Yeah, $350. It comes with the headgear, a 128 gig SD card, an extra battery, and a selfie stick.
Nice.
Nice.
So I'm thinking about getting that.
Yeah, for all your fitness.
It is
Um,
my spelunking.
yeah. Now, PlayStation VR bundle. You get the headset, Everyone's Golf VR, and Resident Evil 7
Nice.
for $200. That's $100 off. So basically,
bad
you
at
get a
all.
lot of shit. No. You essentially get the camera and the 5 games free.
And I looked up gaming PCs just because I know that was obviously to kind of keep it veered towards us. There's honestly not that many. The only good deal, it's $300 off. It's an Asus laptop, but it's only an i5 with 8 gigs of RAM, 4650. 512 gig solid state drive, i7 16 gigs of RAM, NVIDIA DX 1660 Ti. That's not horrible for those who are looking to get a PC, join the gaming world. Not the greatest thing in the world, but
I would argue that's an incredibly good starter. I have the one that's directly built. It can run pretty much everything I've ever played.
like it's not bad at all. Don't get me wrong. 1 terabyte normal hard drive, 256 solid state. So
Nice.
it's $899 compared to it's usually $1,300.
That's pretty fucking
Not
good.
bad.
So that's not a bad price. So obviously depending on who you ask, they tell you to build your own. I haven't looked up those because obviously you have Cyber Monday coming up. I'm assuming all like WAG and all that shit, Amazon will probably have their own Cyber Monday special, but who knows? So that's a podcast, gentlemen. We do have Thanksgiving, obviously. So where can we find you? What are you guys going to be doing other than working Black Friday, Thanksgiving, and every other day? What about you, Shrode? Start with you.
Yeah, actually, I'll be hanging out with some friends on Thanksgiving Day. It's actually my birthday that day.
Nice.
Happy
Oh,
early birthday,
Happy
sir.
early
guys.
birthday.
Yep. I appreciate that. But other than that, I work the whole time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get
Yeah,
that
we gotta make
time
sure
and a
we
half.
announce that whoever's gonna be doing the battle royal, they have to do it without us. Unfortunately, I don't do it anyways, but because I feel like if you're not there, they don't do it, Schroeder, because you're like the heart and soul of that. So just a quick thing if you want,
I
make sure you
know.
announce
I
that.
probably will on. Oh yeah, I won't be able to.
You probably close. I would assume.
Yeah, I won't be there. Yeah.
And if anyone's on after,
Yeah, if anybody's on
That's
afterwards,
awesome.
I'll probably jump on. Yeah.
You guys are gonna be so exhausted though. Maybe not. I don't know.
I
Probably
don't
have so
know,
much energy.
Maybe. Depends how
Thursday's
I'm
not
feeling.
as bad as Friday.
Ah.
Friday is
would
the
argue-
exhausting day.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Thursday's so fast paced that it goes by really quick. Friday, it's so long. To me, Friday was the day that was the draining day, at least for manager wise. I've never worked in the sales floor Black Friday in like 8 years, so I can't really say, but nevertheless. But Friday was always worse. I could look at Mike and all them. They were like falling asleep, walking, getting overrides and shit. I was never that bad, but so hopefully you guys don't get mentally and physically drained. Where can they find you at, Schroeder?
Splash Screen Gaming on pretty much everything. Twitch and or not Twitch, but Instagram and Facebook. It's Team Splash Screen, and on Twitter it's Splash Screen G.
Nice.
Nice.
What about you, Jameson?
So, I mean, I'm gonna be streaming Fire Emblem. I actually might do a late stream today. I might stream some Sword or some Shield, Pokemon Shield tonight after the podcast. So, you can find that at twitch.tv/PeopleIHateStudios. And then if you like other video games like Yakuza 0 or Final Fantasy 7, you can watch that at youtube.com/PeopleIHateStudios. And then if you want to find out what I'm doing with my life or see the tasty memes that I retweet, check me out at PeopleIHate10 on Twitter.
Titties. What about you, Mark?
Nothing too crazy. Just gonna be working. I'll be heading home over Thanksgiving. Actually get to see my family finally.
Nice.
Uh,
That's always nice.
But other than that, just still playing some video games and hanging in there.
Nice. What about you, Nathaniel?
well, I'll start with where y'all can find me. Every social media platform at Kitsune. Other than that, I have no plans, no promises for this week. I am not the manager of my department, but I am the smart home expert, so basically like quote unquote the lead for that area. So I'm doing nothing but fucking working all week. So
Yeah, you are.
it's gonna be great.
You gotta
And
run
I'm
pretty much
excited
one of the busiest departments in the whole store for
Yeah.
Black Friday.
Got some good doorbell rings, all that
Oh,
shit.
So what I will say is there's over 126 different little deals going on in the smart home / connected area. Yeah, it's fucking great.
That's awesome.
But yeah, other than that, if I have time by any means, I'm going to try to get on and maybe stream some tabletop sim if everyone else is down.
Yeah, man. Myself, Captain Geach 15. I do not work Thanksgiving, Black Friday, or Holy Saturday.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, honestly.
I will be drinking beer for my homies here and everyone
Pour
else
one
that
out.
works retail.
Pour
Um,
one out for us. Pour a
I
40
will.
out for us.
But I'll probably be shopping like I did last year when I stood in line, so it's like I was fucking working, but I'm standing in line buying shit. So there's that. Gaming wise, nothing that I have truly planned. Obviously, whatever comes up, comes up. And that's pretty much about it. Make sure you love us, like us, follow us, email us, levelunlockpodcast at podbean.com is where you can find all of our podcasts, and anywhere podcasts are available. You can email us. I
There
caught
we go.
myself at levelunlocked at gmail, levelunlockpodcast at
You
gmail.com.
still fucked it up.
I did fuck it up. And you can follow us on
LVL Unlocked Pod. That's LVL Unlocked Pod.
And then from everyone here at Level Unlocked Podcast, for everyone who is listening, hope you all have a great Thanksgiving. If you are working retail, for myself specifically, hope you have fun and try to enjoy the most time you can with your friends and family. I know you don't.
Stay safe.
Stay safe. Don't get trampled or ran over
Yeah,
or
don't
killed.
get stabbed because that apparently fucking happened.
Best Buy, I never feel has a problem with people being trampled. That's more of your Target and Marts where they just open the floodgates and break the doors, pushing themselves in. But for everybody here, and happy Thanksgiving to everyone listening. Have fun, enjoy with your family, and thank you all for hanging out. And we will see you next week. Peace.
Bye-bye.
Have a good night, everybody. Thanks for your time. That was a good show.